Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tundra Nation live stream with me, your host, Tyler. 14 hours to Steve, Uncle Cushion, and Spicy McDude. Scotty takes over, Scott takes, you know him as the Pig Nation. And in hour 2, we play the initials. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and let's start the show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Hey guys, welcome back to the show tonight, this afternoon, this evening, or this morning, or wherever you are in that beautiful place that we call the Tundra Nation. We made it! Yeah, we made it another week. We're not dead. How you doing, Scotty?
I'm doing very well, my friend. How are you?
Man. I'm doing excellent. Chat, I hope you guys are doing well. Representing YouTube and the Twitchies tonight. Hello, my friends. Hope everyone is having an excellent Saturday night, and I can confirm that I am on my way to having a very excellent Saturday night. Got a great stream ahead of us tonight, and good company abound. Spicy's out, but Twisty's in for hour number 2 this evening, and we got a great show for you tonight. Scotty, before we do the show, though, party on, Garth.
Party on, Wayne.
What you been up to this week, man?
Working my ass off.
Hell yeah, dude.
Trying to stay warm. It was cold this week. Got the storms coming in. We didn't slide off the side of the mountain though, so
sure,
it was good. It was we survived. It was not as bad as it was like predictions.
It was getting like scary predictions for you guys up there with all the storms.
Like, it's never rained so much in 100 years.
Weren't there like fucking tornadoes in LA?
There was all sorts of wild stuff, but it was like mildly raining a lot here. It was like not bad. I was like, oh. They were like handing out sandbags and shit. They're like, we got the National Guard on call. Don't worry about it, folks. We're ready.
We're ready.
I was like, it rained a little bit, and it was a little cold. Not even that.
Enough.
It never even froze. So I was like, all right, yeah.
Fair enough. So because of that, you just been working your ass off.
Yeah. You know, we've had so many people out sick. So we finally had kind of everybody back in the shop this week. So it was like just catching up, just trying to get back to, our normal pace of things. And we just about did it. We got it kind of cleared out, and things are looking good. Of course, bad news on the freedom side of things is they stayed we had the Freedom Week for ammo.
Yep.
And now it's back to you got to do your cross check, background cross check, blah 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 thing. So
you got a little bit of bonus time.
Little bit, yeah. But now the problem is we got all these people showing up. They're like, "Hey, I'm here to buy my ammo," and we're like, "Okay, let's get your ID and this and that." And they're like, "What?"
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, they did the walk of shame back out of the shop.
That is the way it goes. Yeah. Anyways, hey, I got to do a little bit of housekeeping here, Scott. It's going to take me a little bit, so bear with me, folks. We have it's a special night tonight for special-ish night for us tonight. We're helping raise some money. We're donating to a good cause not donating, excuse me. We're asking you guys to go pick something up for a good cause today, and that is one of these fine t-shirts. I'm sorry, my beard might be in the way, but it's a Paul Harrell Legends t-shirt. We're trying to support Johnny B put this all together for us, and asked if we would be part of a campaign to help raise some money for Paul and his family in their trying times these days. So I immediately said yes, anything for Paul, anything for his family. Gun tubers unite and support each other. Obviously Paul is an absolute legend. We love him to death. But I'm going to encourage you guys to follow the links in both the chats. Goku will be posting it periodically throughout the evening in the YouTube chat, and you'll find it from the moderators here from time to time in the Twitch chat. All the money, every single cent goes to, or all the profits go to supporting our boy and his family. That is that. The other thing on the t-shirt level that we can talk about is our brand new t-shirt. Now I'm going to say this: if you're going to buy a t-shirt this month, I would ask that you support Paul and his family rather than us. It's definitely a better cause. But you can check that t-shirt out too. It's on the Precision Holsters website. Once again, we'll have some links, Goku, if you can find that link on the Precision Holsters website and post that up from time to time. But once again, please, if you only got the budget for one t-shirt, support Paul and his shtick. and just pretend like we don't exist. But we're proud of that shirt. It's a fun new one, and we just wanted to show it off. It is available though. And then very last thing for the housekeeping side of things, the Tundra merch board is expanding. We are currently fundraising. For a 3-dimensional printer. That sounds really weird when motherfucker. Oh, hold on 1 second, girls. So we're currently funding a 3D printer right now. We're going with the Bamboo Labs X1C. And the big shtick here is for PayPal donations exclusively. If you guys would like to see some Tundra merch come in, PVC patches, and things like that, we'll be able to do this with the 3D printer. So finally having some Tundra patches available to you guys, as well as other Tundra merch, is what this is going to be going for. So we'll be able to give back to you guys as well. But if you are going to be funding this, please do it via PayPal, and you can use the email address tyler@tundratactical.com for this. Every dollar that's donated up to the first $1,000, our boy Twisted Geek is going to match. So make sure in the notes you write that it's for the
up to $1,000.
Thank you, Foxy. Make sure it's in the notes that it's for the 3D printer so we can track these. Or did I say PvP? I meant PVC. PvP patches would be fun too. Anyways, you know what I mean. That's the end of housekeeping. Paul Harrell comes first in all of this stuff, though. Please support our good buddy Paul. That's the end of housekeeping, folks. Let us introduce you to some Bean Time. She's our extra special guest each and every single week, and she's coming on the show. Come on, honey. Come say hi. You got your boys. Oh, who's that? Oh, you know who that is. That's Uncle Twisted. Yeah, it's Uncle Twisty. Say, hi, Twisty.
Twisty.
Say, love you.
Love you.
And look, it's Uncle Scotty.
Hi, Scotty.
Yeah, and Uncle Cushy. Yeah, it's Cushy. Ellie, do you want to show off your pretty new dress?
Yes.
Yeah, show off your donut dress. She's got her coffee and donuts dress on that are in heart shapes for Valentine's Day. Oh. You are just the sweetest thing. Foxy, we're gonna call that a mistake. Please don't jump scare me when I've got my daughter, okay? We'll call it. We'll call. Hold on. We'll excuse it due to stream delay, but please don't ever do that again. We'll excuse it due to stream delay.
I didn't hear the jump scare. It looked like she stepped on some sensitive parts.
Yeah, no, I jumped.
That's why I was laughing. You went. And it was like, oh, she just.
Yeah. Ellie, did you have fun today?
Yeah.
What did you do? Did you watch a movie?
Watch a movie.
What movie did you watch?
Ooh.
Frozen.
Frozen? Did you see? Oh, okay. Is it time to go? Yeah. Is it time to go? No, I think it might be time to go. Okay. Yeah, it's all good, Foxy. Like I said, we'll chalk it up to stream delay. Just don't ever do it again, please. Thank you very much.
Get wrecked, you fucking weirdo.
Wow, you're so beautiful. Can you show off your dress? Can you go, look at me? Here, say, look at me.
Look at me.
Yeah. Can you do Wu-Tang? Good. Good, dude. Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang.
Yes. Awesome job, Ellie Bean. Hey, can I get a big smooch before you go to bed? Mwah. Thank you. I love you, little bug. You're my sweetie pie. Big smooch. All right, back to mommy we go. Okay, it's bedtime. Say bye, chat.
Bye.
Bye, chat. Love you. You say love you, chat.
Those are my donut dress.
Yeah, it's your donut dress. She's like, I look so pretty. I'm going to show off. All right, kiddo. You get out of here. Have a good night. I love you. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the Tundra Nation, that wraps up the intro segment. We're going to get into hour number 1 here, kicking it off the show. Scotty, take it away, man. You got a little bit of a bit for us tonight?
Sure. Well, as I was saying, we've been doing a lot of work around the shop. People are getting over colds, and it's been going well. So we want to expand. We get a lot of people coming in looking for certain things, and we're like, well, shoot, we should start carrying that. And the first thing we want to start, there's a bunch of stuff we want to get into, but first being AR-15 parts, whether it's parts kits, handguards, stocks, whatever.
Sure.
We want to start carrying some of this stuff. We want to have like a whole section just dedicated to people who want to deck out their AR-15s, and we've got some stuff that's more some California specific stuff that.
If you start carrying shark fins, though, I'm going to be very upset.
No, that was not my intention anyway. But we want. We were thinking.
It is off.
I want to
Sorry
hear.
about that.
Oh.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, what I want to hear from Scott, you mean people want holsters with lights? No, we're not getting you holsters.
Yes, people want holsters with lights. 100% of the people out there want holsters with lights.
No.
Yes.
No. But
should we do a poll, Scott? Should we do a poll?
No.
Do you want me to do a poll?
No, because I know our chat. They're just going to troll the shit out of me, and
I'll put up a 2-week poll on the YouTube channel and let everyone
do it. Fucking do it. Fucking do it.
Don't you dare, bud.
Lumia
holsters?
is up now, by the way. Continue on, Scotty. Sorry for stepping on your toes.
We actually did design an LED RGB holster once. It didn't work. So we never showed it to anybody. But yeah, so what I want to do...
We've got a fucking hype train going. That's why Lumia wasn't working. Shit. Yay! Thank you, guys. I heart you.
There you go.
Sorry, that sounded like super insincere. I genuinely appreciate the hype train. It's just when I'm doing the live stream stuff, it's tough to pay attention to all the different chats and have a conversation.
I missed it too.
Raise the poll.
Yeah, I was thinking we'll go down. We got kind of a list of items, and what I would like in the shop is some like bare bones mil spec style, like the cheapest but not worth your money to buy, though. Like, I don't want anything that's like, what's the stamped metal stuff? That's not stamped metal. It's the metal filled something.
Mold injected metal.
What?
Something like that.
The fuck are you on?
Yeah.
Oh,
MIM.
okay. Yeah. MIM.
Yeah, like that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about that cheap. I'm talking about like the most budget thing you could possibly have that's worth buying still. And then I want.
Oh, do we got VSO in here? Where is
he?
Where is he?
Oh, yeah. Good evening, you fucks.
Hey, VSO. Well, and he's a good person.
Curtis, how you doing, buddy?
Kind of stuff. And then, yeah.
Here,
so then let me.
I want to ask a question to Curtis. Closed circuit to Curtis right now, because Curtis, I think has a pretty good pulse on the industry. I would say.
I agree. I watched his channel for recommendations on
probably
stuff,
yeah. So by the way, we're talking about VSO Gun Channel over on YouTube, who is in the chat right now, one of my good friends. Curtis, what percentage, if you had to put a percentage on all of the pistol shooters out there, what percentage of people do you think would like a light with their gun on or in a holster, like a light bearing holster for their gun? What percentage do you think? I'm not going to try to influence this at all. I just want to hear your honest opinion. It's not a joke. It's settling a bet. Let's just say that.
It is a joke. It is a joke.
What's hilarious is...
don't let me dissuade you.
What's hilarious about this is I don't see his chat in my...
He just said, oh, I see it.
There it is. There it is. I'm just seeing it now. There's my boy. Blush.
Yeah.
Hey, what do we got? We got Sunlit Ranger. Thank you for the follow over on the Twitch side of things. We heart you big time, and hopefully you enjoy yourself this fine evening. But Scotty, continue on, sir, because you also now have a great resource in the chat with Curtis to answer this question for you too.
Yeah, so we're picking out different AR parts that a gun oriented shop. We're not selling lowers. We're still not going to be an FFL, but we want to have everything that the average person, not necessarily like the person who's super into having the top elite stuff, but if you walked in and you're like, you know what, I really just need blank.
You just need kind of the basics, right? Like,
yeah,
I'm out shooting in California and I need a new buffer, or I need an oops kit.
Right. And so I want to have what the average person would want to see. Maybe they don't need it, but it's like, you know, I walk into a shop and I see this on the shelves. I know these guys know what they're talking about.
Exactly. Well, and that's a huge indicator for gun shops. Like, if you walk in, you know what type of, you immediately know, are you in a FUD store? Are you in a Tactical Timmy store? Are you in, you know, it kind of depends based on, or not depends. It shows you what you're going to essentially encounter in this shop.
Right.
So,
or did they just buy the Magpul catalog? And
correct. Yeah.
You know, and they're done with it. So that's what I kind of go with. And we'll kind of start like at one end of the gun. Maybe we'll work our way to the other end. And I'd like to hear the recommendations in the chat and from the other people in the panel. Twisty, feel free to chime in. Uncle Cushion as well. And VSO channel has got back to us.
Yeah. You want to go ahead and read it out?
I don't want to.
Okay, here, I'll do it. It says, depends on if they're trained or not. If they're well trained, then less than 25%. If they aren't, then a lot of people think it's a good idea to have a light on their gun instead of in their pocket. Lights on guns turn into hazardous flashlights. Lights on rifles is a different issue entirely.
Yeah. We're just talking, pistols.
I feel like I should just get on and start narrating VSO Gun Channel's videos.
And he's about nailed the percent that we found as well.
I'm just kidding, buddy.
Outside of people who have are in a duty position that work, police officer, security, people that work with lights on their guns consistently, it's less than 10% that actually want a light. And then of that 10%, about 9% of those, or not, about 90% of those, we can convince to not carry a light on their gun. And then it's just comes into the manufacturing and where it's just not worth it either. So I think he's kind of feeling the same thing. It's most people
getting the vibe. He's taking your side. I still want a light bearing holster for my guns. Scott,
I know.
Can you please?
Hey, guys, how would T-Rex make money if they didn't
That's a fair point.
Holsters?
Fair point. He'd have to start selling his own brand of skinny jeans.
But thank you very much, Curtis. That's great. Yeah, lights on your gun at home and everything.
So your general question here is you're going to poll the chat. So chat, what we want you to do is kind of tell us what stuff Scott should carry in his store that is AR related. Once again, he's not selling lowers. They're not quite up to upper, like full built uppers or anything like that yet.
Yeah.
But just like when you go into a shop and you're like, man, I really need this, but I can never find it in a shop. What are you looking for? What are you looking to find? And then just your basic stuff. Right. We covered a lot of the things, like don't just carry Magpul mags, carry hex mags, lancers, Stanegs, even with the followers, the nice followers. Just carry a variety of shit.
Let's start off with that. Actually, let's just go with mags. Does anybody have anything like that's what we actually carry in the store right now? Is lancers, they're part basically plastic with steel feed lips and so there's some other metal parts in the shelf. So very, very nice mags, pretty expensive, but we sell them all the time. Then we have Magpul and then we have hex mags. Those are the three that we carry.
Yep. And then so I said carry some nice like higher end slings. It depends on your I like Haley strategic stuff. That's my personal favorite. I said handguards.
Hey Curtis, thanks for joining us, brother.
Love you, big guy. Yeah, stuff like that. So like handguards, mags that aren't just P mags. We said
is any ETS mags? I'm not sure if I like the ETS mags. Has anybody else had any issues with ETS?
Metal form mags. Metal form. Yeah, they're a high-end pistol mag. You can find them at 45.
We're talking AR parts, dude.
Yeah, AR. But they make some of the other stuff too, though. But if you're gonna carry mags,
So big fun. That's shim kits, crush washers, like all that oops kit shit. Yeah, we've covered for them. We're trying to see if anything else. And remember, we're talking AR-15 parts, not just general gun parts. So they're looking to get specifically into AR-15 stuff. Let's see. California compliant PMags. We have nothing else. ETS mag loaders.
Someone said Cali keys.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to.
Triggers package the trigger packs.
Okay, let's move on.
Timony.
I found that a lot of people don't think the Timities are worth the price.
Yeah, it depends. It's I think triggers are all what Kool-Aid you're drinking at the time.
A little bit. And I think
I would say that for 99.9%, well, maybe I'd say maybe realistically 95% of the people out there, if you put a trigger into their hand, they won't be able to tell you outside of is this an aftermarket trigger or mil spec. That's the only difference they'll be able to tell. They really won't be able to tell too much of a difference between trigger A, B, C, or D, single stage, double stage, stuff like that, 2-stage.
Yeah, because most of your
so just standard... a minor variety of stuff. What's up? Another great friend just joined the YouTube chat, Alaskan Ballistics. Make sure to go check out my boy over on his channel as he's growing up there. Alaskan Ballistics, my friend. How are you? I still need to take you up on that Alaska hunt you keep offering to me to take me on. One of these days, I'll have enough money to do it. One of these days.
Ah, man. That's one. Yeah, I need to go to Hawaii and Alaska to get my all 50 states done. But
there you go.
Alaska, that's where I want to go to. Somebody's going to know what the bar I'm talking about. It's the Yukon something bar where they've got the toe that they'll put in your cocktail.
Oh, I'm glad you said tail.
Toe.
No, I'm never mind. We're gonna move past that one. Did anyone know? Was that just me that got it?
No, I got it.
Okay. I just never mind.
Oh,
yeah. There you go.
Never mind.
There you go.
Fine.
There you go. Awesome to hear, Alaskan Ballistics. Awesome to hear.
That's the time delay from us to California just caught up to me.
My brain's on California.
Goku is suggesting rifle cleaning kits. I could be supporting of that, just as long as they're not those janky ass 17-piece, 38-piece fucking
plastic tip.
Yeah.
We do have a couple of like the beginner, like if you got a collection of guns kits that you kind of want. It's got all the different varieties of stuff, but it's not like, and then we have basically like very specific 9mm.
Just get a fucking brush, get a brush kit, a bore snake, and some CLP. You're fucking solid. Alaskan Ballistics says Yukon Charlie's perchance.
Maybe that's what it is. I thought it's Yukon something, but yeah, they have a toe, and they put the toe in your drink. You kiss the toe, and yeah, it's all.
Best of luck on that one, Alaskan Ballistics. Sounds like you're going through the same thing that Kush is going through, or just went through. So best of luck, man.
So on triggers, I think we had figured out I would like the airborne Geronimo trigger.
Hell yeah. If they're still making it. I haven't talked to Ryan in fucking 2 years, so I don't know if he's still even making them.
And then the other kind of not super expensive but mid-tier KE Arms, I like their SLT trigger.
Sure.
And there was another one that I was trying to think of. I was trying to think of like because they're all the ones that we're finding, especially like I want to have some of the just cartridge triggers, right? They're all easy. You just put them in.
The drop-ins.
Sure.
The drop-ins are so much fun. But then you got like your Geisleys and stuff that are not typically drop-ins, but are like considered some of the best triggers out there. But they're like $400 too.
Yeah.
So, and actually, we were looking at our costs on them.
That Geronimo, by the way, that Geronimo is all internal Geisley parts.
Oh, well, there you go. I like that. ALG is just the low spec Geisley. It's the same company or same parts, just treated a little differently. I can't remember
that one. I actually didn't know.
I believe ALG is
Rise Armament, another good company to target. Here's another one for you. This isn't really, I mean, it definitely is AR parts, but it's where you're going to get into a little bit more like the premium stuff. But just start checking out stock and maybe some Radian shit too, because that stuff always sells.
Yeah, the Radian charging handle for sure. I was like, we're going to have a Radian charging handle.
What's up, J-Lo, you absolute unit? Thanks for all the generosity yesterday again, man. Cheers. You are a fucking legend.
But is there anybody that makes like a really super, like under $50 trigger that's actually worth buying? Nobody?
Not that I know of, no.
I was searching around. That's actually what I came here, like in chat. Like
I wouldn't want a $50 trigger at that point. I would just rather keep a mil-spec trigger because there's something wrong with that $50 trigger that's going to break.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, I know the amount of time. Like, I watched that Airborne Arms Geronimo get designed, and granted, like, it's not a $50 part. Like, you're gonna make a lot of money on a trigger if you sell them as a manufacturer, but there's a fair amount of time that needs to go into building that shit, designing it, and making sure it works.
Sure.
Right. Sure. And $50 to cover all the man hours that went into designing that part doesn't fill me with confidence about its quality.
Big Fun says ALG is about $50. I don't think so. No, they can't.
No.
The ALG AK triggers, I think I got mine for $65.
Nice. Wow.
Okay, that's not bad.
Spend $2,700 in an AK to get a $50 trigger. You love to see it. I'm kidding.
ALG QMS is 55 at Primary Arms. Well, Primary Arms is probably buying enough of those to get that price down.
Yeah, we're talking about getting him these things.
Yeah, we
small scale
can't
retailers.
Buy enough to do that. But that is kind of in the realm. That's what I was looking for, though. Thank you very much, because I hadn't had time to go through all these. But I think ALG.
Chat, someone keeps mentioning Schmid triggers.
Yeah, Schmid, McLeod.
Schmid?
McLeod.
Yeah.
Schmid. All right, I'll put it on my stuff to follow up on.
Get wrecked, you fucking weirdo.
I'm seeing one right now listed for $73.
Thank you for making me say this, but I appreciate you, Seaman.
No, yeah, it doesn't have to be a drop-in. I just want.
Thank you for the Prime
options.
sub.
Like I said, there's a few triggers that I have experience with. ALG. Airborne,
I'm so happy you guys were talking over
that. And then the other one that I was looking at, there was one that was recommended to us. It's pretty cool because it's all it's very smooth because it's all based on bearings. It's called it's Elftman Tactical.
Sure,
it's ELF.
They make good stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
They make very good stuff. Yeah.
I thought I was like I know somebody was at least.
I'm fairly certain I'm thinking of the right company here.
Yeah.
It's Elf is their
competition
logo, but
they do a lot of competition stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. They definitely have some competition stuff. So all right, but they had some pretty pricey stuff. But it was in competition with some of the others.
Word.
Do you guys think it is even worth like stocking any Geisley triggers?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you really think so?
Absolutely, yes. See, with the triggers especially, because it's such like, okay, so if I'm gonna recommend 3 upgrades for a gun, it's gonna be
one's gonna be a trigger.
One's gonna be a trigger, 100%. It's probably gonna be number 3 on the list, but it's gonna be a trigger. So I would go JP Silent Capture Spring for my first, for every single upgrade. Every gun you buy, every AR-15 you buy should have a JPSCS in it, period, dot, in my opinion. Number 2 will be a decent muzzle brake, and number 3 will be a trigger. And that just makes AR-15 shooting the best kind of shooting ever, period.
Now, there was, and I don't...
Bolt carriers.
Bolt carrier?
Yeah, bolt carrier groups, BCGs.
Yeah.
So getting into like even some of like the low mass stuff. AIM Surplus has a very, very good low mass bolt carrier for cheap. Mine was under $100 when I got it. And I love it. But some of the other nice stuff too, definitely. I would look into bolt carriers. And that was my retail price, was the $99. I'm sure you guys obviously get it cost for cheaper.
Like I do tend to go with like a zero mass. Was it zero mass? There was a
depends on the class
really
of customers. If they're cheap and dumb, don't stock high end stuff. See, I actually kind of agree. I mean, if they're exclusively like if you're servicing like a country shop, right? Yeah, you're not going to be stocking a lot of AR-15 parts, but you guys get a wide enough variety of customers.
Nobody, like, you have to go all the way down.
Yeah, you're like the only one
to almost the Bay Area, and so like that's what we want, because nobody even has parts kits. Like there's nothing. Nobody stocks AR-15 stuff. Even the company that's called Black Rifle, and their logo is just an AR-15. Don't stock any of this crap. They don't have shit.
Scott, can the I don't know what the rules are for muzzle brakes.
You can have whatever you can have.
Okay,
you can have whatever you want.
Then Hyperion barrels, the T6 barrels.
We already talked about that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did actually. I already wrote it down.
If you got high-end customers who are going to come in and spend money, get a handful of those.
That's so.
Here's your muzzle brake and barrel combo. You're done.
To put this into perspective, this is the barrel with the machined-in muzzle brake that twisted shot in full auto with one finger. Right. Just balancing the barrel or balancing the handguard on one finger, and then cushion shot at open palm, and it just doesn't move.
There are a few things that you can't have, but it's very few and far between, and nobody knows the rules on it. This is basically you can have whatever you want.
Yeah,
they just have to be pin and welded or just non-removable. You can't have a threaded barrel is more important. You can't have a threaded barrel. So.
Sure.
Once you put it on there, it's supposed to be.
It's got to be permanently attached. Yeah. Okay, I got you. So maybe the brakes and stuff like that aren't going to be as big of a market.
Yeah, that's it's one of those things that you kind of commit to it. And
yeah.
It's done.
Yeah, that's a full commit.
And also some of the but I do like that as
plasma rifles. Hell yeah.
Criterion does make some good
Q4.
Yeah, we gotta wait on that one. They might send out some early release stuff. I don't know yet. I'll have to talk to my contacts at Maximum Defense here.
Now there was going back to the silent capture spring, which I have in my.
There is a California company out there, Armaspec, that I've done a review on.
That's what it was.
Yep, Armaspec.
I had that one. I had malfunctions with that one.
I never had any malfunctions with mine. We didn't put it through the ringer or anything. We probably shot 700 rounds.
Mine. I tried it in several different guns, and I got it to work. It just took a bit of tuning to get it to figure out why it wasn't working correctly.
Sure.
So
that also might have to do with buffer weight and all that stuff too.
Yes,
so.
it worked better in some guns than others, but the JP, it's like you put it in anything and it seems to work. So
the JP standard buffer weight, the one size fits all, dude. It's fucking awesome. It is the best, hands down, the best upgrade you can do to your rifle. That is relatively inexpensive.
But that Armaspec was half the cost.
It was half the cost, but at the same time, like, I've used both of them. Now I haven't used their new ones because they don't talk to me anymore. But I mean, for like, if it's not going to be like a gun, once you know, I have two different classes of guns: the guns I'm going to trust my life to, and the guns that I have just for funsies. If this is for a gun that I just have for funsies, that Armaspec's going in it. Sure, why not? Why the hell not? But if it's a gun I'm trusting my life to, for if I'm putting an aftermarket buffer in it, I'm going with the JPS. Yes, it's the best on the market. Period. And it pains me to say that because JP and I don't have the greatest relationship either. But credit where credit's due, they have the best product in their class on the market.
Yeah, the only issue I found so far with both those is that
nice. Big Fun has an Armaspec in his AR-10. No malfunctions yet. I'll shoot it for the first time in a couple of weeks.
There you go. There
so
you go.
How do you know it's got no malfunctions?
No, he's saying it's Big Fun. He's saying he shot it. It's just he's shooting it now for the first time in a couple of weeks, I think is what he's saying. It's been sitting there for a little while.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why would you say that?
Is neither Armaspec or JP are through our distributors, so we'd have to go find new distributors to get those.
Well, that's dumb. Your distributors suck. Who do you use for a distributor?
We've got a whole bunch of them.
Oh, okay.
One of them,
the fucking big
the
one?
biggest.
Yeah, what's the big one?
Sports South.
Yeah, Sports South. Yeah, why don't you guys use Sports South?
Yeah, they don't have them.
What?
They don't offer it. They don't offer a bunch of stuff. It's
Jesus.
kind of bonkers. Or they just can't get it in. Or they're just like
Big Dog says he runs a JPSCS in his competition AR-15. I think everybody does at this point.
Yeah, everybody does. So yeah, I was just gonna get some of those. We were just gonna order a bunch of them. And then so as far as like oops kits, like you can get like those, or they're like $1 through like a lot of these distributors, but a lot of them are garbage.
Yeah, they're really garbage. I would recommend supporting our friends at CMMG and picking up their oops kits to sell in your shop.
That's what I was. Is there any other suggestions? Like, is there a? Because I was looking at this like when looking at the trigger stuff, because now a lot of these they offer large hole and standard hole for the pins.
Sure.
And I'm like, is there a benefit to one or the other? Like as far as
not
what
necessarily
we should carry, because it seems like not too many people are worried about it. Like
you're talking specifically about oops kits, right?
Well, yeah, oops kits, but there's for like your trigger, for the trigger, the pins for the trigger.
Sure.
They're large hole or small hole, so you have to be specific to the kit. But it seems like they make it very difficult to figure this part out. I it's like how many people actually have one versus the other? It's should we even bother with?
I've got such a great resource for you. His name's Mike Odell, and he works for CMMG.
I know. I was going to talk to you about that too, but
I'll put you in touch.
I'm trying to create some content here. We're talking with our chat and seeing what they have.
Well, shit. I was trying to be nice. Fuck.
I like our industry insiders and their expertise.
How else am I supposed to flex about who I know? Right?
I want to hear from the chat and what they got. Wilson Combat. Actually, we have a good relationship with Wilson Combat, and we are getting some
unfortunate. No, I love Wilson Combat. Sorry. I absolutely adore Wilson Combat. They're fun. They're fun. I've met quite a few of them. I've met their owner, and he's a fun guy.
he's an interesting guy. I've never talked to him. I've only talked to his employees. Yeah. So as far as parts kits, that's what I figured. I was just gonna grab a bunch of CMMG stuff. We have Wilson Combat.
Okay,
they would give it.
This is the safest route. This is just like, all friends aside, all biases aside, right?
Yeah.
You want to make money. You buy Magpul and Arrow Precision, put it on the wall, it'll sell. Because
right.
that's just what people expect to be there. Like, if I walk into a gun shop, I'm pleasantly surprised when I see other stuff. Like I said, like if I see, instead of just P mags, I see Hex and Lancer mags too. I'm pleasantly surprised, and by personal preference, I'll probably pick up the Lancer mags instead because those are my favorite. But
my favorite too.
At the same time, like if I just need something, I know that Arrow probably makes the part for it, and I know that Magpul probably makes the part for it. So between those two things, chances are I'm going to sell plenty of stuff. So that might be a good like starting like a baseline to go with. Mix in my boys at CMMG, and then start checking out the triggers and things like that from there. But if you're just going to go for basic standardized stuff and you just want to be that AR parts, store.
Well, I want to have the basics, but I want to also have that upgrade ability as well. Be like, all right,
and
we got it. You just need to repair your shit because you fucked it up.
Yeah.
Here's the part you need. It's $20, $50, whatever it is.
But then you can go in and you can look at some nice 15.5-inch hand guards and some muzzle devices.
If you want to replace that cheap ass thing that keeps breaking, here you go.
Exactly.
Here's something that you guys might not have thought of to go with some of these parts. A torque wrench.
Yeah, actually,
you're
not a
right.
bad idea.
Yeah,
that's not a bad idea.
A good one, because I have so many of them that have broken.
Yeah,
the Magpul ones are shit. I've broken so many of them. I don't know what
I got one, dude.
I think they make that out of that MIM shit.
I got one in a tack pack once, and I can't remember the brand name.
Tack pack,
and it's been fantastic. Like, it's never slipped on me. It's like I've never had an issue with it. I just don't know the brand name.
Is it the torque kit?
I have no idea. It's not a torque wrench.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's the AR wrench. Like, everybody knows what it is.
The armorer's tool. It's called an armorer's tool.
Yeah, an armorer's tool. I was talking about a torque wrench.
Yeah, he's talking about an actual torque wrench, which is really smart for builders, because like when I decided to build, I totally spaced it, man. I totally forgot to get a torque wrench. Fortunately, I lived with a guy who's a mechanic, so he had plenty of them. But yeah,
I do like fix-it sticks. I have enough tools they're pretty expensive for what you get.
Well, yeah, but they're also, if you want to do a rifle properly, you need to torque your shit properly, and it's an essential piece to a builder.
Yeah,
an assembler.
I have a bot
like this. You're like, listen, I know it's kind of expensive, but you could buy this once, or you could ooga-dooga your way through 5 different handguards before you get it right.
Go to Harbor Freight.
That should be a line in a Tundra video, by the way. You could ooga-dooga your way through something. That is fucking funny. Write that one down. That's a good line.
So I do like that. Fix-it sticks and some guns. I have the Vortex Optics torque driver, which is very nice. And then I have other torque wrenches for other stuff, but
yeah, so things like we've been suggested things like wrenches, blocks, and hex kits. I mean, that's not really AR parts, but we're getting into the required materials and tools to build ARs, which I think is actually a good supplemental thing to have. It's just not as flashy.
The problem I was having with some of the Arrow stuff is that their builds are so nice. Like, if you buy like an upper and lower from Arrow and they're matched,
we did mention Slim's Traveler.
They're so nice all together, but you kind of want to sell it as a kit, and that's a lot to invest in.
It really isn't. Scotty, you're thinking of it from your own personal perspective. You got to think of it from your customer's perspective. It really isn't for a lot of people. A lot of people find that's what they want to do. I said QD sling mounts as well. So yeah, we're getting torque spit sets, QD sling mounts, slings, stock Dremels, grinding bits, a lot of optics kits. Somebody asked us Heotech or LPVO. LPVO every fucking day.
Oh yeah, we'll get to optics. That'll be probably the last thing we.
I do like my Heotechs. I do like my Heotechs.
LPVOs.
Yes, I would. If somebody handed me a Voodoo tomorrow, I would have an erection for the next 6 weeks.
They got the budget voodoos coming out.
Nah, I'm going with the big boy voodoo.
The thing I was definitely thinking about for Arrow Precision was definitely their bolt carriers are very well priced and they're very well made.
Yeah.
But they're not like super slick either. Did anybody have like I really like my Zero Mass bolt carrier that is in my competition rifle, but it's nothing special either.
It's the same thing with that aim surplus.
Aim surplus?
That's my BCG is the low mass aim surplus. It's probably very similar to your Zero Mass. It's meant to not essentially transfer any recoil through the bolt carrier group.
Gotcha.
It's weighted out like that.
You know who would actually be a good person to ask on all this? And it's somebody we had talked on the show about before, was Focus Trip.
What is this?
I don't Focus Trip. He's the guy who was trying to get to 500 subs or whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He would if I've actually watched some of his stuff, he would actually be a really good person to talk to about this.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we're coming up on the back quarter of the show here. Scotty,
sure.
do you think you got everything that you need?
I think we got a lot of really good stuff to look into. Real quick one here. Everybody's suggestion. We had Hyperion barrels. You also suggested Odin. Well, I wasn't super happy with my Odin stuff, but
no, I'm suggesting them for handguards, not barrels.
Handguard, that's what it was. Handguards was the other one we had.
The Odin Works O2 Light is my favorite handguard.
Odin Works.
Just stock quad rails. That's all you need.
Nice.
Cheese graters.
Fucking cheese graters. No.
If I ever run quad rails, I'm gonna get 2 of those CMMG oven mitts to run with them. Just
see, that was definitely one. Handguards.
I gotta protect my Air Force hands, man.
I have never liked a Magpul handguard. I think they're ugly.
Yeah, they're ugly as sin. Nobody likes them.
Ugly,
but you get them on every gun ever. So
every single shop I go into, that's what they
ballistic
have
advantage barrels or
handguards. Yep. Has anybody here ever gone into a gun shop and gone like, oh, I'm gonna get a freaking Magpul freaking handguard?
Well,
I mean, yeah,
I have, but I'm poor.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of people. I've sold a lot of those.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, Scott, you got to stop thinking like yourself. If you're in this to make money, you're gonna sell Magpul stuff and you're gonna sell arrow parts, and that's what's gonna make you money.
It's like I feel like I've gone into every single gun shop and like those handguard boxes have like a layer of thick dust on them.
Well, that's because once again, that's because a lot of people aren't going to gun shops to buy parts. You're not a gun shop. That's the difference. So they're not going to you to buy they're not going to you to buy a gun. They've got that extra money in their pocket that's not already earmarked for the gun that they're picking up or the range trip that they're going to. They're buying a holster from you. So it's a significant smaller investment. They probably got some disposable cash to spend while they're there.
That's right. You're right. We get a lot of sells off of just random shit in the shop for no reason. Any other suggestions for handguards out there? Anybody? Midwest Industry Tool. Okay, they got a bunch of more tools, armor stuff.
There's a lot of good handguards out there. Honestly, it's probably too much to just mention like right off the top. But once again, Arrow's going to be your big seller there.
Ballistic Advantage makes a bunch of the parts for Arrow. You're right. Ballistic Advantage also.
Well, Ballistic Advantage does their barrels. Yeah, is Arrow's barrels.
They do good barrels. Yeah, I gotta write that down. Ballistic.
At least the last time I checked, that was the case.
Anybody have any specific? Is there any real huge difference between like QD mounts for slings and whatnot?
I mean, usually the more money you get, or the more money you spend, the better quality tool that you get. But for
they
the most
tend to
part,
last a bit longer, but they all kind of work the same.
Yeah, for the most part. Once again, I just go Magpul on those. Like, just have the Magpul
they
QDs.
Are kind of.
They just work.
That's the just as long as it's not Chinesium on that.
Yeah.
Anything.
I mean, if there's anything you can afford to get away with, it's probably Chinesium metal on a QD sling. Because I mean, maybe not actually. You don't want the fucking rings to bend and then your rifle falls off.
And then the final thing, optics. Now we carry in the shop currently a bunch of Hollow Sun optics of all
Once
kinds.
again, do you want to sell or do you want to spend do you want to make money or do you want to sell cool shit?
Yeah, we want some higher end stuff. Yeah,
okay,
we were like, I wanted to sell a bunch. I was like in the LPVOs from Primary Arms, but Primary Arms doesn't do wholesale. So
Well, it's because they're their own wholesaler.
Yeah,
essentially.
they're their own wholesaler, so they're not going to sell it to us for.
So
wholesale.
at that point, you're getting into three major categories. You're getting into your high-powered rifle optics, you're getting into your LPVOs, and you're getting into your red dots. So if you want to make money on all three of those, Vortex. It's just the way it is. It's the way it is.
That's pretty much what I had. We were racking our brains to think of anything else, and I'm like, if it's not Primary Arms, it's pretty much Vortex.
Vortex is going to be your moneymaker. It's not necessarily the best stuff out there. Yeah, I should mention that.
Here comes my standard shill speech out of this. Swamp Fox Optics.
Yeah, Swamp Fox is great too.
Swamp Fox.
Same thing.
Swamp Fox. You know what? I have not looked into them. I did not see them on our distributor list, but I'm going to look into that because we get a lot of people that ask about the Swamp Fox stuff.
So but so if once again, if you're looking to make money and just sell to the lowest common denominator, Vortex is the key to that. That's
what I think. They have a wide range of everything.
Yep.
From
you go with the standard big ones. You go with Nikon, Vortex, Leupold. You sell those three things, you'll make money. You'll because 95% of every optic that I've ever sold to anybody in the 10 years that I worked on the retail side of the industry was one of those three brands.
Yeah, and then once you get above that, it becomes like individial salesman tactics. Because
then you're in like Steiner and
Steiner,
not Nighthawk, Night Force. EOTech, the EOTech high end stuff is getting up there.
I could sell some Night Force, but
please don't sell Crimson Trace. Yeah, Goku, no. I'm sorry.
SIG actually has some interesting mid.
SIG. Yeah, we were looking at the SIG stuff. The SIG stuff was actually pretty, kind of getting competitively priced with Vortex in a little bit. And there were some big differences in what they offered versus
Shut up.
Focal plane.
Don't fucking remind me of that day, Dr. Catmilk. That was not one of my finest days. But okay, I'll just tell the story because people are going to want to know at this point. There was a point in time at which I worked at Cabela's, and while I was working there, I was what's called a firearms operations officer, which essentially meant I was in charge of the bound book and maintaining all the acquisitions and dispositions of a entire Cabela's store.
Worst job ever.
It was not a fun job because I was also working right when COVID hit, and every other single person that I worked with was old. So they all just said, fuck this, I'm going home, and stayed home for 10 weeks. So I was the only person in charge of doing A&D and bound book for the entirety of the Rogers Cabela's store in Minnesota for about 12 weeks. I almost lost my mind. And one day, a customer came in and he was talking with, one of the guys that worked there. Didn't know a ton about optics. He knew I did. And so he comes out, he's like, this guy's being difficult, man. You want to help me out? He's trying to return an optic because it's blurry. And I walked outside, and I kid you not, dude, the guy was wearing fucking glasses that could see into the future. He could see into the fucking future. They had to have been an inch and a half thick. They had to have been. They were like bulletproof, dude. Like most ballistic glasses, they're rated to stop at 22. This guy could have taken a 45 to the socket and walked away. That's how thick these glasses were. And finally, so I walked up to him and I listened to his spiel. He's an old guy. He is unreasonably upset. Like unreasonably upset over this like $200 optic.
He's a Darren.
Yeah. And so I'm trying to find like this tactful way. I was like, I know exactly what this guy's problem is. He has an astigmatism that's not corrected by his glasses. So that's exactly because he described, he's like, when I look at the optic, it's all bloomed out and I can't, the red dot looks like it's humongous. It looks like it's taking up 2/3 of the screen. I was like, that's an astigmatism. That's exactly what that is. And so I'm trying to find like this tactful way of bringing it up to him. And so I finally said, oh, I'm wearing glasses too. I have this exact same problem. I'll use myself as an example. And so I say, just out of curiosity, it could be an astigmatism because I have this what you've described. I have this exact same problem. I've gone to my eye doctor and I've said, hey, I'm a shooter. This is the issue that I'm having. He's like, yeah, it's 100% an astigmatism. It's the same thing as like when you're driving, on the highway and you see lights from cars and it's all blown out and you can't see a fucking thing. And so I'm describing this to this guy. I'm telling him essentially like, yeah, this is what this is. He just will not have it. He's becoming more and more like just belligerent. And he grabbed something. I'm holding the optic, and he grabbed something. He grabbed the box and he threw it at me. So I just hucked the red dot right at his face. And I domed him, dude. And I just walked out. I walked out.
Goodbye.
So needless to say, I actually was not fired, if you can believe that. I was not fired for that. I ended up quitting, like, I don't know, probably 10 days later. Just because I couldn't take it anymore. It was like the people I worked with were fantastic. You know, Cabela's gets a bad rap for like all the funny dudes, and we definitely had a few of them. But in terms of like ethical gun sales, I actually never saw a better ethically like focused gun team than I had with the guys that I worked with at Cabela's. It was a lot of young dudes and a lot of really, really old guys that didn't buy into any bullshit anymore. And so they'd always just tell you how it was. Like they didn't try to sell you the gun you wanted to buy. They tried to sell you the gun. Like if you came in and said, I need my gun to do this, this, and this, and you know, you're wearing a SIG hat, they wouldn't always just say, hey, try a SIG. You know, they would recommend you a gun based on actually some of them were decades of experience.
Take Phil Strader's tongue out of your butt and come over here and try this beautiful CZ.
Exactly. So anyways, that's my story on Dr. Catmilk's little thing. I did end up hucking I can't remember what it was. It was a small red dot, so it might have been their Romeo 5 or something. It was like $100, like $150 red dot. This guy was so unreasonably mad over it. I think we ended up returning it, but I was just like, dude, that guy's a fucking prick. And yeah, I almost got in legal trouble too, because that probably could be considered assault.
Yes.
Yep. And I was told very sternly. I was sat down by the Cabela's legal team for a short period of time, saying you can't do that. And apparently he never pressed charges, which is why I didn't get canned. But I ended up quitting like 10 days later. So yeah.
I'm sorry, big dog. He's not happy about that.
It was not a great time.
No, yeah. So I think we've done a great job so far. I think we got a lot of different stuff on here that I definitely want to look into. A lot of this, I think, kind of lined up with what I had been thinking, but I haven't built an AR for like 4 years now. So I was kind of like, we were sitting there chatting. We're like, damn, I haven't done this in a while. Maybe we should go and see what people are doing lately, if anything new has come up. But it doesn't really sound like it. It sounds like kind of the same companies that have been making good stuff are still making good stuff. And companies that are shit are still shit.
Well, it's like I said, it really boils down to, do you want to sell nice shit or do you want to make money? Because as a small store, you can't afford, you don't have the volume to get the super good cost prices. So you got to pick, essentially. Do you, you know?
But I mean, at the rate people are coming in just looking for simple stuff, handguard,
UTG everything.
Yeah,
he was just talking about not buying Chinesium crap.
UTG Pro everything.
Is that the Philippine stuff then?
Yeah. You know what I'll do? What we'll do?
Arm score.
I'm just gonna have we'll do a box. It'll be a cardboard box in the corner. We'll just pile that shit in there and just. You
were watching the smoker stream, weren't you?
Yeah.
When I found the entire bag full of arms core bullets that almost killed me.
Yeah, and I have to say, next time I come out, we'll go shooting. I'll shoot those.
You can absolutely. Actually, no, I genuinely don't want you to. Like, I'll make the joke, like saying, like, you can absolutely shoot them. I genuinely don't want you to, though, because you know, arms core and one. Well, okay, here's another story. I had a round that was a double charge out of this case that I bought from Arms Corps. It detonated my AR-15 in my face. This was about 4 years ago, and almost took my thumb out. It took my right thumb and it bent it back to where it touched the opposite side of my hand.
I will say that Arms Corps has stepped up their game. We are hesitant to buy a lot of their stuff.
I cannot in good conscience send that ammo to anybody, so no, I won't.
We actually really do. Like, I every time I sell this stuff, I'm like, look, this is bargain basement stuff. But
Scotty, do you guys ship out of state, by the way, for ammo?
We do not.
That's what I thought. So you guys, so some people are asking, what's Scotty's ammo store?
We literally were about to start a website during Freedom Week when all the restrictions lifted. We're like, all right, we'll start shipping. and then it came back.
Yeah.
So
just as a heads up, make sure you guys are local to California, because you guys will ship in-state or no?
No.
Just in store.
Just in store for ammo right now. Yeah. If you want other stuff, holsters, t-shirts, lights, other accessories, we're happy to mail it to you.
Holsters with lights?
Holsters with lights? Yes, I'll sell you a holster with a light. The light won't fit in the holster.
Oh shit. JJ had a squib with Arms Corps.
Yeah.
Oof.
So like it's a whole thing. So Arms Corps, like, they sent out a guy to our store to be like, look, we have this reputation, we're fixing this. Like they are like really putting in a huge effort. Like they're sending people out to individual stores to say,
well, I'll
hey,
tell you what, I'll start testing ammo for them if they want me to. I need an ammo sponsor anyways.
Well, we were like, hey,
they tried to kill me once, but you know what? Fuck it, I'll go back to them if they send me free ammo.
We kind of said the same thing to them. We're like, hey, you want to send some stuff out here? We'll put it to the competition shooters and let them decide. And they didn't bite. They didn't bite. So I don't know. But I will say every single box of Arms Corps that we've sold, everybody's come back and said, yeah, shot fine. Or,
well, it shoots fine for sure, but it's that small percentage that you're worried about. And that small percentage is significantly higher with Arms Corps. You know, squib loads, double charges, fucked up shit like that QC doesn't get.
Yes.
Absolutely, Don.
At
least Winchester White Box, Arms Corps is better than that because Winchester White Box often doesn't even have primers.
And on top of the one, it wasn't from anything we sold, but the other example that I know of somebody having a dangerous malfunction, their gun exploded with Arms Corps ammo. Arms Corps took care of them 100%. They bought them.
They never even answered my email.
Yeah. No, I was like, all right, is it, because this was fairly recently. This was 9 months ago. And they actually he had medical bills. He had to get stitches. They paid for the gun, and they bought him, like, I don't know, it was more than he ever had bought in ammo before. They bought him like 9,000, 10,000 rounds of ammo.
Oh, see, I'd be singing praises all day long. My morals are 100% purchasable. I've got bills to pay.
That was the one case I know of them taking care of somebody. And like I said, they sent somebody out. They were talking to us. So I am still like, when I sell a box of this stuff, I'm like, look, this is bargain basement. We've had issues with it before, but in a lot of cases it shoots fine.
Yeah, I'm never going to recommend, but if somebody wants
that's what I say. Basically, I say, I do not recommend this, but we have it.
But if they want to send me a bunch of ammo, I'll shoot it.
So yeah, good on Arms Corps. I hope they're turning things around. I hope they can come back. But
I mean, they tried to kill me, so.
Quick Arms Corps story for me. That's actually the company that owns Rock Island Armory. It's the same company.
Same
like umbrella.
Conglomerate. Yeah.
Martin Tuazon owns both.
Yes,
It's the same company.
Yes, it's the same umbrella. It's the same umbrella. We got it.
So I had an issue with my 1911, sent it to them. They sent it back with a new barrel, but they didn't even look at the issue that I had. And I instantly just went onto their Facebook, the Facebook group that they have for their 1911 owners, and was like, yo, I like you guys, but really, this is what you did? They instantly had their head armorer reach out to me and send it to me. It's going onto my desk personally.
Oh, that's good.
I'll take care of it and send it back. So if you complain online about an issue you have with their stuff, they will take care of it very quickly.
You know what, Don, I'm okay with that, honestly. Yeah, you can call me that. That's fine. It's an accurate statement.
And yes, if you want an alligator skin holster, well, we can talk about that, Doom. Send me an email, and I was just looking at some custom Kydex today.
Is this a precision cushion collab right here?
The Florida Man. Call it the Florida Man.
I need you to go wrestle me up some alligator.
Oh, hell yeah.
I could go get you an alligator.
All right, hey, I'm gonna call a hard stop to the conversation here. We're moving into hour number 2, but before we switch over,
do it, man.
Before we switch over, a couple of quick little housekeeping bits, couple of announcements that we have to make here. We'll call it the ad break, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the shirt that I'm wearing right now. It has the words Paul Harrell and Legend. And if this shirt doesn't speak the truth, well, you're wrong. First of all, if you don't think Paul Harrell's a legend, you are incorrect. Second of all, I'm sure you guys know this, but on the off chance that you don't, Paul is going through some very difficult health issues right now. And it's not one of those things that I don't think anyone thinks he's coming back from. So we're starting up this fundraiser. Not we, I should say. Johnny B, I believe, put together a bunch of influencers to start hawking these shirts to support our buddy Paul. So what I'm going to ask that you guys do is go to the link that we're going to provide you in the YouTube chat and in the Twitch chat, and pick up one of these shirts. You guys have sat down for years and years and years and consumed Paul's content free of charge. Maybe you're a Patreon supporter, maybe you toss a couple of bucks his way, but ultimately YouTube creators and content creators, we put our stuff out there for free for you each and every single day. There's no obligation to do anything, and you guys have consumed that content for years and years and years. So I'm asking you to give back on some of that goodwill that Paul has given you over the years. And make a small purchase that will help his family out throughout the coming days, throughout the coming months, throughout the coming years when Paul's no longer around. It's a huge hit to the firearms industry. We love Paul to death. I don't think that there is any more a single universally loved content creator in our industry than Paul Harrell. So please, guys. Do this for him and for me and for the rest of the content creators and the fans of the gun tube industry. This is like everybody loves Paul. Cushy, you were gonna say something.
I was gonna say, I don't think that's just a 2A gun YouTube community. I think if you think about any community in YouTube, you might not find a single person that is more universally beloved out of a community than Paul Harrell was to our community.
I mean, even when the man is shit talking the hell out of somebody, it comes off as the most polite, well worded, just discerning man I have ever encountered.
Goku, that's hilarious.
And loved watching. He is brilliant in every way, even when he totally disagrees with you and will call you an idiot without ever saying it.
Yeah,
be like,
Don,
look,
that was pretty legendary.
Here's how you're wrong. And I love that about the man.
Here,
and
how about this? I want the chat. That's a good call, Don. I want the chat to post their favorite Paul Harrell just memory, not memory, but just like their favorite Paul Harrell moment, the thing that made them a Paul Harrell fan. For me, it was the meat targets. I mean, the meat target, there's nothing better than the meat targets. You just can't beat them. You just can't beat them. You guys don't have to answer this. This is more of a chat type of thing. If you want to, please go ahead.
I've got one.
But guys, once again, remember this. You have consumed his content for years for free. Do this one small thing and give a little bit back to him, his family. Show the love. I mean, you guys have already gotten him up to the 1 million subscriber point.
It was overnight too.
Yeah, that was ridiculous the way the industry came together. I've almost never seen that happen before. But do this again. Help him out again. There's nobody in this industry that's more deserving of our help. And I'm just asking you, please help our boy out and get that shirt. Wear it with pride and celebrate all of the wonderful things that Paul has given us over the years. That's all I have to say.
And celebrate. Brother Harrell he's keeping the stream up. Apparently he's going to be doing stuff. I haven't quite watched all the stuff with the brother yet, but I'm excited. Brother Harrell seems like a nice guy. And,
I love this comment. I want to highlight Goku here over on YouTube. Paul Harrell is the Dolly Parton of the gun tube industry. Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody loves him.
Everybody.
I'd still pick Dolly over Paul most days of the week, but Kush, would you? Paul Harrell?
Oh, out of respect.
Out of respect. Goddamn right.
Out of respect.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, pick up that shirt. Call it good. Make sure to let me know if you got it in the chat so I can give you a shout out. Make sure to highlight your message using channel points on Twitch, or tag me at Tundra Tactical on YouTube so I can give you a shout out and congratulate you for being an awesome human being. That's all I got for the housekeeping here. We're going to move into hour number 2. And
let's do it.
Number 2, we get to play a little game. I'm going to switch everything over. Give me just a second. Bring in the boys. Blazers!
Thank you for the first time chat.
Hello, friendo. We're going to get everybody on screen here.
Yeah, Paul's brother's name is Roy. Richard Cranium just said over on YouTube.
There
Thank
you be.
Thank you.
My favorite.
I just call it Brother Harrell.
yeah. We were talking about that over on the Twitch chat, Red. So, anyways.
Favorite,
go ahead. Your favorite Paul Harrell moment.
he was doing a comprehensive like 9mm test out of different barrel lengths and the penetration of it. It was a video from probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and it was one of the first ones I saw of him. And he's standing there, and he pulls out a gun from his jacket pocket. It was like a Beretta, and then a box of ammo. And he puts it down. Then he pulls out of the other pocket a different 9mm with a shorter barrel.
This sounds like a Masada Ayub flex or something.
Yes, it's exactly what it was.
Exactly
he had
what
fucking
it was.
9 or 10 boxes of ammo and 5 handguns in this jacket, and it didn't look like he was holding anything when he started.
Yeah.
I love that jacket. It's like he was just like another pocket, anher gun.
I mean, we rag on the FUD jacket and the fishing vest all the time, but I mean, they exist for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I love
Ghost Shadow. That's funny.
Because the way he was presenting them, he knew how ridiculous it was.
Sure.
He just pull out another one. He's like, and we have another box of Remington UMC green and white box, and the whole spiel for everything he pulled out.
Yeah. His myth busting videos.
Let's move on. As much as we love Paul, we got to keep the show going, my friends. Like I said, folks, if you want to post your favorite Paul Harrell moment in the chat for all of us to read and experience. But in hour number 2 here, still looking for a sponsor for this one, by the way. So if you guys know a company that's willing to sponsor the show and this segment, we get to play 20 questions, firearms-ish edition. The rules of the game are as follows. Our good buddy King Cooter, Coots Magoots in the chat here, put together a list of 12 sets of initials, and I'm going to be reading them off to these 4 contestants tonight. In your upper left-hand corner, we got Scotty Motherfucker.
Yeah, bud.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Big fun for that one. I got to hear that every now and again to satisfy
Scotty Motherfucker is his Christian name.
What's that? Scotty Motherfucker is his Christian name. Got it. Anyways, in your upper left-hand corner, we got Scotty. In your upper right-hand corner, we got Koosh. Bottom left, we go with Stevie. And in the bottom right, we got our first alternate for the Tundra Nation, the geek himself, Twisty Boy. How you doing, Twisty?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Excellent. I'm doing great, man. Thank you for filling in tonight. And thanks for the games earlier over on, or not over on, but on this channel.
Yes.
But we won't talk about that. We've already made a bunch.
Bat signal, and he shows up.
Hey,
Matt Best made a parody
You guys
video?
really like that that Hellbenders 2 that came out?
Helldivers, yeah.
Hellbenders?
Helldivers, sorry.
Helldivers, yeah.
Whatever.
It's fun so
No,
far.
I like that. Hellbender sounds like a really
the price
cool
dropped today, so I'm thinking about picking it up.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like $29.99 now instead of $59 or $49.
$10 cheaper. Damn.
Wow,
right.
that kind of sucks. Yeah. Anyways, all right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the rules of the game. I'm going to list off a set of initials like AM, PQ, D, C, whatever. These guys are going to ask yes or no questions and go around the horn until they think they have the answer. If they think they have the answer, they're going to shout out their name. Their name is their buzzer, and if they get the answer correct, they'll hear this sound.
That's right.
Holy diver! Sorry. If they get it wrong, they'll hear this sound.
Failure.
No.
And if they get it wrong, there's unlimited guesses, so they can just start guessing again. But you guys in the chat are welcome to play along. We've got the predictions up over on the Twitch side of things. Let's see. Goku, can you figure out if you can do like a poll or a prediction on the YouTube side of things for a winner? Let's see who is our odds-on favorite. Right now, Twisty is the 20,000 point favorite for the win tonight. So whoever voted for Twisty, good luck.
Good on me, folks. I've been up for like 36 hours, so.
Jesus, Steve, you can always call out, dude. We can get alternates in here.
No, it's fine. I had to go and do a training in St. Louis today, and blase.
Ooh. Yeah, so cast your channel points in Twitch side of things. You're looking into it. Goku, awesome. Thank you, buddy. And if we can get one up for the YouTube side of things, that would be fantastic. All right, here we go. He needs editor level access. Who does? Goku does. Okay. All right, stand by. Let me fix this here real quick. I can put him in timeout. Here, hold on. I'm gonna remove him as moderator and then re-add and then change his
behind the scenes.
There we go. Okay, cool.
All right, whoever bit 10 bits on me to win, I'm hoping to make you a lot. I'm hoping to get every other bit that was predicted. I hope.
Florida Men United. All right, there we go. Here we go with our first set of initials. Give me just a second, folks. All right, our first set of initials is going to be MD. That's Mike Delta MD. By the way, the order is we're going to go how I see it on the screen. It's going to go Scotty, Cushion, Twisted, Steve. Scotty, Cushion, Twisted, Steve. Go ahead, Scotty.
Is this an action?
This is not an action, no. Scotty Cush.
Oh, it's me. Sorry. Is this a person?
This is not a person.
Is this a place?
It's not a place. No, sorry. I'm doing another thing too, so don't read too much into that delay. Thank you for the fart, whoever did that.
Is this a historic event?
It is not a historic event.
Twisty.
Yep, Twisty's up.
No.
Or no?
No, I already went.
Okay,
Oh,
remember. Yeah,
wait,
no, it's not out of order. It's how I'm seeing it on the screen right now. It's just easier for me to keep track of. So Scotty, Cushion, Twisted, Steve. Scotty, Cushion, Twisted,
Clockwise.
Steve.
It goes clockwise.
Usually you go.
I know. I usually go how it's up on this monitor, but I look at this monitor, so it's easier for me to keep track of.
You announced them in a different order, so
my bad.
Me up. Okay, no problem. No, this one. I just gotta rewrite it here so I don't screw it up again.
Scotty, Cush, Twisted,
Steve. Okay. Is this American?
Yeah. I don't think we've asked one very important qualifying question.
Oh, definitely.
Is this a firearm?
This is a firearm. Steve, going for it.
Modus.
That's correct.
Oh, damn.
That is correct. Modus.
Or something. Yeah. I wasn't even thinking of it.
Very nice. Stevie on the board first with 1.
Yeah.
All right, stand by. Let me get everything squared away here.
Stevie with 1 point.
All right, you guys ready to go for number 2?
Absolutely. Let's do it, buddy.
All righty, here we go with R.O. Romeo Oscar. R.O. Mossberg Disappointment. I mean, most of the time, yeah. R.O. Romeo Oscar. Send it. Scotty, Cush, Twisted, Steve.
I'm going to go back to my standard first question. Is it a person?
Yes, it is a person. By the way, go ahead.
Robert Oppenheimer.
No.
Failure.
Incorrect. By the way, there is no theme for tonight. No theme.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Big Fun.
Is this someone's proper name?
Yes. Good question.
I don't know.
Is this a real person?
This is, in fact, a real person. Another good question.
This person known mostly for their military service.
Yes.
Shit. Was this military service during World War II?
No.
Cushion. Rob O'Neill.
That's right.
That is correct. Robert O'Neill or Rob O'Neill is acceptable.
I would not have come up with that.
Don, do I have to sit down and have a talk with you?
Uh-oh.
Don,
I feel like Cooter watches a lot of the same podcasts and stuff, or at least clips that I see.
Okay,
That's
so maybe
I think
he's starting to think like the writer here.
Yeah.
And not Colonel O'Neill. No, that's a different O'Neill. All right, here we go. Next set of initials is going to be... Here, I'm going to skip that one. We got to get to something a little different for music. Here we go. Let's see. Initial set number 3 is going to be GA. That's Golf Alpha. GA.
GA. Ooh, okay.
I am already sitting down, Don. Very true.
All right, I'll keep it my standard. Is it a person?
No.
Okay, didn't think so.
Is it a place?
No.
Is it a company?
Yes. Giant anus. It is not a giant anus.
Is this company American?
Yes.
Twisted.
It's also not Gucci Salt. Twisted, go for it.
General Atomics.
No.
Failure.
Incorrect. Moving on. I think it's actually
Cushion.
Yeah. Okay, Cush.
Geisley Automatic.
That is correct. Cushion has showed up to play. My goodness.
I wasn't even close.
It's not grand ass, geeky girl. Jesus. The last three we got were Giant Anus, Gooch Assault, and Grand Ass. What is wrong with you guys?
I always forget that it's not just Geisley. It's Geisley Automatics.
Geisley Automatics. There you go.
We don't ask what's wrong with people anymore.
I had to look it up to make sure because that's what I thought it was, but I couldn't remember.
All right, here we go. The score is as follows: 0 for Scotty. We got 2 for Koosh, 0 for Stevie, and 1 for the geek. 1 for the geek.
No,
1
0 for me,
for
1 for Steve.
Oh, it's the other way. Okay, cool. Let's see. Okay, next one is going to be one of those.
Oh.
Here we go with BS. Bravo Sierra. BS.
Oh, is it a person?
It is not a person.
Damn it.
Don. Yes, it is. Don, you
Twisted.
Going for it.
B-52.
Stratofortress.
Why did you help him?
I already had it anyways. I knew what it was. I was just making sure.
Oh my goodness. You guys are too nice to each other. Don, he says, if I'm a representative of your audience, then you really shouldn't set any bars high. No, the bar height is a tripping hazard in hell. That's where we set the height. It's about as low as it can go. So well done, Twisty, getting on the board with number 4 here. BS, we're rolling through these. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Cooter's got to step it up.
I was literally about to say my name before Twisted, and I thought he was going to say the same thing as me, which is ballistic missile submarine.
Ah, that's actually a good one.
Because it was one of those.
So it was a vehicle. Yeah, ballistic.
Yeah, that would have been one of those.
That works. It works.
3 words.
It doesn't always have to mean a number.
I think it is. It's going to start getting a little bit more difficult with this one. Let's see how you guys get along.
Can we get easier?
Here, let's see how you guys get along with GK. Golf Kilo. GK.
Golf Kilo. I wrote Q for some reason. God damn it. Okay, GK. Is it a person?
Yes, it is.
Oh, shit. Oh, well, that's not a word I can say on Twitch. Okay, never mind.
Wow.
Failure.
Wow, Scott. I don't want to know what's going through your mind. Continue on, Cushion.
Is this person alive?
No. This one I don't know. Actually, I think yes. Yeah, yes. I think. I genuinely can't remember. Who's going? Who's up?
Oh, sorry, it's me.
No, but that's okay.
Person's alive. Let's see.
Is this American?
Is this American? No. Stevie?
Well, then it would be Kush. Would be next.
No, it's you, Steve.
No, it's Scott, Twisted, Kush, Steve. That's the order.
No, it's Scott, Kush, Twisted, Steve.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Okay, I won't do this again because I'm like I said, it's a different order on the Twitch screen versus my screen. So
I don't follow this Twitch screen. I just follow the list.
I figured it would be easier if I had control of the game and didn't, get all confused by looking up between screens all the time. But clearly, I should go with what's on the Twitch screen, not on my screen.
No one's looking at the screen. It's not that at all for me. So, person alive. Are they American?
No.
Is this person military related?
To an extent, I would say probably no, though. Like, not officially. We're missing some important qualifying questions.
I think I have a good question next.
Is this someone's proper name?
Yes, this is somebody's proper name.
Oh, okay.
This person Russian?
No, this person is not Russian. Stevie?
Is this person a designer of firearms?
No, this person is not a designer of firearms. Here's your first clue. This person is fictional.
Yeah, that was my next question. Is this person, this fictional person, a human being?
Yes, they are. It's actually a good question in this regard.
Okay.
I would put it to Kush.
Is this from a TV series?
Yes, it is.
TV.
I'd put it to Twisty.
Is the TV series still in production?
To the best of my knowledge, yes.
Currently in production. Fictional.
Is this a science fiction series?
Yes.
Oh fuck.
All right, I'll give you another clue. This should be a TV series that we have all watched. This is a character in a TV series that we have all watched, I believe. I know at least we've all watched at least a little bit of this series, but I think we've all completed this series. All right, here's another clue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, somebody is actually right there with it with the General Kenobi. This is a fictional character in the Star Wars franchise who appeared in the Disney Plus television series, The Mandalorian.
Oh.
Think here's another clue. Think current events.
No, I know he just passed away.
Twisted.
Grief Cargo.
That is correct. Rip Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers. Yeah, he just passed.
R.I.P. to our boy Carl Weathers.
I could not think of.
Deep cut, Kuda. That was a deep
Well
cut. Go into that with it, but good. That was nice.
That's why I had to establish the fact of he's a fictional character when somebody said, is he still alive? Because that would have been a tough question to answer had we not established that. So yes, R.I.P. Carl Weathers. Great actor. Played in the likes of Predator, Arrested Development, many things else other than The Mandalorian.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Steve, are you just sitting incredibly still? Oh my God, you were sitting incredibly still. I thought your camera was frozen. You were in that like comfortable spot, like that position where you could just hold forever, you know? And it looked like your camera was completely frozen.
I'm doing 4 things at once right now.
Fair enough. I know how that goes. All right, here we go with initial set number 6 coming up in the halfway point. We're pretty much right on time. Let's see how we do with RB Romeo Bravo. RB Romeo Bravo. Twisted did come to play today.
Is this a person?
It is not a person, no.
Is this a place?
It's not a place.
Is this a weapon system?
This is a weapon system, yes.
Is this something civilians are allowed to purchase?
Absolutely.
Twisted. Ruger Blackhawk.
Incorrect.
Failure.
Is this a rifle?
This is a rifle, yes.
Is this semi-automatic?
This is not semi-automatic, no. It's a good question, though.
Cushion.
Kush, going for it.
Remington bad.
No.
Failure.
Scotty.
Remington bolt action?
No.
Failure.
All right, who are we on for a question here?
I think me.
Awesome.
No, Twisted, because Kush just went.
Actually, I have a question for you, Steve.
Sure.
Have you been drinking tonight?
No.
Can you grab that rifle for me that is the closest to that black board on your wall? I would like to take a look at that. That one, yes.
Yes.
Twisted. Remington BDL.
No, incorrect. Here's your next clue. It's not Remington anything.
Yeah.
Oh, is that your little baby AK? That thing looks dope as fuck. Wait for Steve to get his headphones back in.
Yeah, we'll wait.
Hey, what's up?
I was just waiting for you to get your headphones back in. That thing looks cool as fuck. Look at that little badass. I see. So it was confusing me because it looked like an AK profile, but the the folded stock. I was thinking it was a magazine.
Brace. Folded brace.
Excuse me. Yeah, fair point. Fair distinction. But like from back on your wall, it looked like a 9mm AK in a configuration that I'd never seen before. So I was like, that is really strange, and I kind of want to take a look at that. Which AK is that?
I'm sorry?
Is that your ZPAP?
Yeah, it's the what's that, the M85?
Yeah.
So
all right, anyways, your guess, Steve. Sorry to get you distracted there, but he's like, what do I do with this now? Shit. This is what I do. I just like prop my rifle. Like when I grab one off the board, I prop it up on the wall. The funny thing is I know Steve's office now, so I know what he's propping it up. It's a tough reach. I like it. You're going for it. All right, next, your guess.
What was the clue, by the way? Because I was walking over there when you gave the clue.
I can't remember what the clue was.
Remington anything.
Oh, it's not Remington anything.
Okay, gotcha. Weapon system.
All right, here's another clue. Actually, what's really funny is it actually is Remington something, but it's not named Remington, so it's still an accurate thing. But this is a family of breech-loading rifles that was produced in the mid-1860s. Scott got it first.
Rolling block.
That is correct. And technically, it is the Remington rolling block, but I didn't. It's the rolling block. The RB was the set of initials.
Remington
rolling
wasn't
block.
in the initials. Yeah.
So yeah, Remington wasn't in the initials.
That
so technically,
actually,
it was an incorrect clue. But there you go.
My next question was going to be: is there a company name in it? And then my answer would have been rolling block. I had that.
There you go. By the way, in 1867, the United Kingdom of Sweden and Norway was the first military to adopt the rifle as a standard military rifle. Around 250,000 of these military rifles and carbines and 85,000 civilian rifles in Sweden were produced under license by old Carl G. Stads Gudnerskori. And Husqvarna does a Husqvarna Vapenbrachus. I'll take. Hold on, no, I'm gonna try this one.
That sounds like
hold
the
on,
most
no, hold on.
Lumberjack name
hold
ever.
on. It's Husqvarna Vapenfabricus Atiki Bolag.
Sure.
That
That's
sounds
a
like
company name. That's not
that
a person.
sounds like Sim speak.
And some rolling blocks made it into World War I service.
Well, there you go. About 53,000 rifles in Norway were made by Königsberg Wapenfabrik. They were chambered in 12.17 by 42 millimeter RF and 12.18 in 44 RF. Two cartridges were apparently interchangeable, which doesn't make any sense to me because one is bigger than the. Oh yeah, one's bigger than the other. I mean, it's by a thou, but
it's case length.
no, it's projectile diameter too. 12.7 versus 12.18, or 12.17 versus 12.18. It's a thou, but you know that's important. Let's see.
And 4.5. Yeah,
that's true. Let's see. It says like Sweden and Norway, Denmark also adopted the rifle in 1867 in 11mm by 41.5. These are some wild calibers. The Danish Royal Danish Army bought about 40,000 rifles in 1,800 carbines in the United States between 1867 and 1868. Later, 31,551 rifles and about 4,600 carbines were made by the government-owned rifle factory in Copenhagen. So apparently it was big
rolling
in Scandinavia.
Blocks were made in every
and now they make chainsaws.
Oh, that's 1/100th of a
And dirt
millimeter.
bikes.
That's how. Okay. See, I don't do
really
math.
nice dirt bike.
I don't do math.
Good chainsaws.
All right, here we go. And let's move to the next set of initials.
Did Echo buy Husqvarna or Husqvarna buy Echo?
Where were we? Okay, rolling block. There we go. All right, next set of initials going into the second half of the show. We have GW, Golf Whiskey, GW. Almost like a metric thou. Yeah, 100%. You obviously grew up in Minnesota. Yes, I did. GW.
Is it a military conflict?
Is it a military what now? I'm sorry.
Conflict?
Conflict. No.
Okay.
Kush?
Is this a person?
No, it is not. Math is mental abuse to humans. I agree.
Is this a place?
It is not a place. Okay, Alex Jones.
Is this a historical event?
No, it is not. Were you in the smart branch of the military? Yeah, I was. Doesn't that say something?
Doing the dumb stuff.
Is it American?
Nah, actually, I mean, no. I'm just gonna commit. No.
Is this a firearm?
No, it is not. Geeky says Gone Wild, and now all I can think of is Geeky Gone Wild as a VHS title, and it's causing me to laugh quite significantly.
I'm willing to bet that there's a VHS title with that.
That's probably 100% true. Actually, it's not Gooch Whiskers. 762 by 51. No, it's not. Who are we on?
To see Geeky Gone Wild for that.
Is this a vehicle?
It's not a vehicle.
Ooh.
Stevie?
Is it a tactic or technique?
I was so hoping you would ask that, and yes, it is. My clue is going to be, this is normally a Steve question.
Okay.
We love you, Geeky. I'm sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable by saying that. I'm sure I didn't, but I'm sorry if I did. Geeks Gone Wild. There you go.
I'm going to ask, does the W stand for war?
No, it does not. No, it does not, actually. I had to double check that, but no, it doesn't.
Wait, is that based on what I said, or is not even close?
I'm not telling you that. It's just the answer is no.
Damn it.
Love you, Geeky.
Cushion.
Fine.
Kush,
Scott.
going for it.
Oh, Kush.
Guerrilla warfare.
That is correct. That is correct.
I knew you had it, Scott.
Can we get a snipe? Can we get a snipe in the chat? 1, 2, 3, snipe.
No.
All right. Well, I've got great news for everybody. Your first double of the day is coming up with BB. That's Bravo. Bravo. Send it, Scotty.
Steve.
Oh, Steve's going for it.
I'm giving myself a half.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Break. Stevie, one more time.
Bouncing Betty.
No.
Failure.
All right, BB. Scotty, you're up.
Is it a person?
It is not a person. No.
Is it a place?
It's not a place.
Is it a weapon system?
Not a weapon system either. No. Twisted? Oh, as much as I'd love it to be Brazilian booty, it is not that either, the peel.
Is it a company?
It's not a company. No.
Is it American?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. It's one of those, like, I've got to commit, say yes or no. It could be any number of things, but it's American.
Okay.
We'll commit to it. We'll commit to it.
Oh, it is American.
Is it a firearm?
Nope. Twisty.
Is it a part?
Not a part. Stevie, and then I'll give a clue.
Is it a historic event?
No, it is not. All right, your first clue is think recast, boys.
Oh, shit.
Steven.
Buckaroo Banzai.
No.
Failure.
Green-eyed devil ball bearing is in BB gun? No, but not.
It's not one of those, correct?
It's not one of those.
Does one of the B's stand for blue?
No. Kush?
Is this from a movie?
Yes.
Yeah, recast.
Well, it could be TV.
Oh, yeah.
Fair point. Yep. Fair point. Twisty, you're up.
Is this a science fiction movie?
It's not a science fiction movie.
Are we looking for the title of the movie?
We are, in fact, looking for the title of the movie, Steve. Yes.
Scott. Bad Boys.
That's right. That is correct, Scotty. I'm very happy that I didn't get to go over my clue because I don't know how politically correct it would have been. So we got it right. So we're just going to leave it at that.
Take my wife's name out of your mouth.
I was just going to say ethnically diverse Florida man goes on shooting rampage.
Okay.
I mean,
that wouldn't have gotten me
it's technically correct, I would say. They fuck up a lot of shit.
Leone's,
no? Okay, fair enough. I thought that was going to get a laugh out of somebody, but apparently that joke fell flat on its face. Fortunately, I didn't bet all of my didn't put all my eggs in one basket and become a stand-up comedian because oh boy. Next set of initials is going to be another double, and it is one of those. We have HH Hotel. Yeah, Florida men. Fair enough. Ethnically diverse Florida men go on shooting rampage. Very good. HH Hotel.
HH sounds like a person. Okay, I'll ask it. Is it a person?
It is not a person. No.
Damn. I was thinking of a few.
Is this a vehicle?
It is not a vehicle.
Ooh.
God, I wish it was Helpful Hotties. Big fun. HH Holmes? No. That's a fucked up person. And a great documentary. A lot of good documentaries on H.H. Holmes.
Murder Hotel?
The Murder Hotel. Yep, Murder Hotel guy. Oh, dude, it's so good. That guy was fucked up, though. It is not a person.
Is it a place?
It's not a place.
Not a place.
Not a place.
Is it American?
It is American, yes. Twisty?
Cushions.
Thank you. Sorry, cushion?
Is it a firearm?
It is a firearm, yes.
Damn, I can't think of anything else that's one of those. I got a bunch of them.
It is one of those. All right, here's your first clue. An updated version of this was featured heavily in SHOT Show 2024 videos. Cushion.
Twisted.
Hudson H9.
That is correct. The Hudson H9. Now the Daniel. Isn't it the D9 or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
The DH9 or whatever.
I'm gonna be that guy. Isn't if we do one of those, the last initial is the last word, not the middle?
Bring it up with Cooter. Bring it up with Cooter.
I don't think it's a solid rule. We've done it both ways.
I think it's
okay.
I think with you guys specifically, I think it's safer to err on the side of the one of those caution with something like this than not. So I think it's better for the group if we err towards the one of those side.
It definitely was one of those. It was definitely one of those. But I just think it should have been HN.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll take it into account later.
So I've always looked at the one of those.
That's typically how we would do it, but we have done it both ways. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Here we go. Initial set number 10 is going to come up with RC. By the way, before we go on, it's 24221.
Yeah. Kush is killing us.
So here we go. RC, Romeo, Charlie, Scotty, you're up.
Is it a person?
It is a person, yes.
Fuck me. Terrible with people.
Kush, you're up.
Person alive.
To the best of my knowledge, yes. I'm looking it up. Yeah, looks like.
Oh no, that's JC. Fuck.
Twisty.
Is this person known for their military exploits?
No.
Okay.
Is this person American?
This person is American, yes.
Is this person a YouTuber?
No. All right, here's your first clue.
You know what? There was a better question.
This person is an American actor, former United States Army sergeant, and former mixed martial artist.
Oh. No, nope. I'm thinking of a different person.
It's not Rusty Cackleford.
Twisted. Randy Couture.
That is correct. Twisty, keeping it interesting.
Not even in my brain.
Couture.
Not even in my brain.
I wasn't there yet.
Randall Dwayne Couture, born in Everett, Washington, currently resides in Las Vegas, Nevada. Height 6 feet, 203 pounds. He looks way bigger than 203 pounds.
He doesn't look that big in person either. I've met him once. Well, shook his hand briefly.
He was one of the smallest heavyweights.
Yeah, he does
in
not look.
UFC.
I'm like the same size as him. He's not.
No, you're not.
I am.
No, you're not.
I wasn't when I met him.
You're
I was way
okay.
smaller.
Okay, let's say it. You're the same size, not the same shape.
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying. I am
me.
the same
That's what you're saying.
physical size.
Fair enough.
Same height, same weight, not same build.
All right, next set of initials. We're on the final two. Everybody but are we okay? Yeah, Stevie, you got the one. So Stevie's out.
Everyone else is in.
There we go. Everyone else is still in. Here we go with SR. Steve can still play spoiler though. SR Sierra Romeo. SR Sierra Romeo. Scotty, you are up, my friend.
Is it a person?
It is not a person.
Okay.
Is it a place?
It's not a place.
Is this a movie?
It's not a movie. Great question. Has no bearing. That was not a clue or anything. I'm trying to encourage good questions. So,
Is this a historic event?
it's not a historic event. No.
Is this? I'll go with my second standard. Is this American?
It is. Yeah. At least I'm almost positive it is.
Is this a vehicle?
It's not a vehicle.
Is this a firearm?
It is a firearm. Yes.
Is this firearm American?
Yes.
Twisted.
Twisted.
Sig Rattler.
Wow. Right. That is correct. Wow. That is correct. Wow. Twisted. Where did you come from tonight, my friend? Holy shit, man. Dominating the game. What's that?
I ate my Wheaties.
Apparently.
This week he was on the road, so he probably stayed at a Holiday Inn.
That's very good. Very good. Well, Twisty keeping it very interesting. The score, if I'm reading everything correctly, should be 2 for Scott, 4 for Kush, 4 for Twisted, 1 for Steve. We have the final. Stop giving yourself pity points. We have the final set of initials.
I had Sturm Ruger stuck in my brain. I couldn't get it out. I was like,
for which one?
SR.
SR. Okay. Well, no, I know that. Which one was SR? Oh, for Sig Rattler. For the
Sig Rattler. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm reading a lot of things right now. All right, our final set of initials before we head into Tundra After Dark. We're a little early, but that's okay. Is going to be MB. MB. That's Mike Bravo. MB. Mike Bravo. Cushion, going for it.
Matt Best.
No.
Failure.
2.8441 Cat Milk says. Shut up, Cat Milk. Don't encourage him. MB, it's not my balls. No. Don. Calm down. All right, Scotty, you're up.
Is it a person?
It is not a person.
Is it a firearm?
It is not a firearm.
Is it a weapon system?
It's not a weapon system, no.
Is this a historic event?
It's not a historic event. No, it is not. Ooh, main battle tank, Green-Eyed Devil. I like it, but incorrect.
Is this American?
Honestly, this is one of those where I don't know how to answer that question. There are versions of this that are. There are versions of this that aren't. So that is one of the few that I have to say, like, I can't answer that yes or no.
Okay.
Can you refine it at all?
Has this ever? Is this deployed in combat?
Yeah.
Twisted.
Twisted, go for it.
Mauser broom handle?
No.
Failure.
Great guess. Incorrect.
Is this a company?
It's not a company, no. Twisted?
This is a piece of equipment.
It is a piece of equipment, yes. A very small piece of equipment, but it is a piece of equipment. Twisted.
Muzzle brake? Right.
Twisty with the snipe! Let's fucking go! Twisty gets the win on the last one. We gotta be careful, because I genuinely thought Cushion was if Cushion won tonight, I was gonna retire a Cushion. I wasn't telling him that, but if he won tonight, I was gonna retire him.
It's news to me.
Yep, I was gonna retire him. Twisty keeps Cushion in the game. Well done, buddy. The 5-point run. That's a pretty good score. 5, 4, 2, and 1. We're just missing the 3 in there to run the board. Well done, Twisted. How do you feel right now, buddy?
Feeling pretty good, man.
Feeling pretty good? You having a couple of drinks, enjoying your evening, getting all... No? Just straight up sober winning.
Straight up sober winning.
You love to see it.
And a nice big steak dinner.
You're happy. That was the key tonight, is he had the nice big steak dinner. He came ready to play.
Cat milk, I want on the official record, I want 2.5 on mine. 2.5.
I don't think you should have 2.5. Scotty,
2.5.
keep me entertained for like 2 or 3 minutes. I got to hit the pisser. Folks, I'll be right back. Scotty, transition him over into Tundra After Dark here.
That's what I was going to do. I was about
Hey,
to
fellas,
you can go when I come back, bitch.
Steve, have a great night, man.
Steve, thank you for being with us, buddy.
Hey, Steve.
Steve
is out of here.
All right. Well, we're moving into Tundra After Dark, where you guys get to ask your most
heinous questions.
Well, actually, that's a better way to say it. Yeah. You
All that
will
heinous shit you want to know? Let's talk.
Disgust us with your questions as you press us into a corner and make us almost violate TOS. But we're not gonna do it. But we might get close. Who knows?
I might.
God damn it, Kush! I'm robbed.
Right,
I am robbed on guerrilla warfare. I knew.
You gave me a clue, and then you focused on it. And I gave you a solid second to do it. I'm like, all right, Cushion, and then you're like, Scott, and it's like, dude, I gave you the second. Come on now.
I know. You play the game. I just want my 2.5. I just want my 0.5 on there.
Your 2.5.
I want my 0.5. I helped Steve with his Strato Fortress, and I helped Twisty with his Strato Fortress.
Unacceptable.
I know you had it. That's why I gave it to you. I was like, yeah, Strato Fortress.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Tundra Nation, this is the point.
It doesn't change anything.
Oh, good motherfucker. Who did that?
Give it to me. God, chat. Start the petition now. Okay. Give Scott.
I'm sorry.
2.5.
I'm putting that to a full 1,000 bits, because not only is it a jump scare, but it makes me look like a fucking lunatic. I'm raising that one to 1,000 bits tomorrow.
The best fucking one. I like that one more than the Tar
Cat Milk, you can't take away 0.5.
Yeah, you should. Begging for points loses you points. No, tomorrow I'm raising that motherfucker to 1,000, because that embarrasses me every time you fucking play it, because I can't help but say that for whatever reason, my basic reaction is to repeat the jump scare, and I don't know why that happens, and it frustrates me. I have thought about this for significant periods of time off stream. Why is it that one jump scare that makes me say, oh, ooga booga motherfucker, every time?
Because it's hilarious.
Yeah, but it's like the thing that fucks me up about it is it's like this innate reaction.
Tyler, this is the one you're going to choose to have a sense of pride about? Really? This one?
No, a sense of pride? No, I'm embarrassed about it.
Okay, this just shows that like if you were to like pop out of a dark alley in front of Tyler,
exactly. Oh, Ooga Booga motherfucker!
And you start swinging at him. If you say something to him like "Let's dance, motherfucker," he's gonna repeat back, "Let's dance, motherfucker."
Let's dance, motherfucker! Ah! Jesus Christ! I love you, Big Fun.
Over in the YouTube chat.
Jesus.
We never said that you had to wear them in the first place. I'm not.
What? Who's wearing what now?
Doom said, "Do we take our pants off now?"
Yeah, we never had to. You never had to wear them in the first place. If you want to take your pants off, just fucking do it. Just don't put a camera up.
Pants off, dance off.
Hell yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen of the Tundra Nation, as we transition into hour number 3 of the show, I'm going to ask, what's that?
Cat Milk, new shirt, and I'm not sure what exactly he's talking about, but I want to see a picture of you going like this. It just says "Ooga Booga motherfucker."
Ooga Booga motherfucker. Yeah, all right, we can do that. We can do that for the April shirt.
Oh my God.
The new shirt for April is just going to be me chucking the Dukes up saying "Ooga Booga motherfucker" on it. You guys want that shirt? If you want that shirt, I'll make that shirt. If you want it, I'll make it.
Oh yeah, we can do that. That's
anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to hour number 3 of the show. This is Tundra After Dark. Scotty kind of introduced it already. I heard him as I was going. Ooga Dooga motherfucker, I like it. This is the segment of the show for you guys in the chat. If you guys have any questions you would like to ask myself, the panel, anybody, you guys go ahead and ask them. Generally speaking, the rule of the show is as long as questions keep coming in. By the way, YouTube, don't worry, we're not going to ignore you. Cushion is monitoring the YouTube chat. I will be monitoring the Twitch chat. So please ask your questions away. As long as the questions keep coming and I don't get too drunk, we'll keep the stream going. As soon as the questions dry up, we will go ahead and call it for the evening. So the show is in your hands now, chat. If you guys have questions or talking points or discussion topics that you want to talk about this evening, let's go ahead and chat about them. Keep them Twitch appropriate or YouTube appropriate, and we'll go. Scotty?
We got an early one. Early one. The Peel coming in hot with asking again for the board. So apparently he's asked, and we ignored him because we do that sometimes, Peel. Sorry. We're terrible hosts. How does everyone feel about the lever action that takes PMags, and is it worth slapping the 60-round drum into?
Okay, so I feel like that's a two-part question. Yeah, two-part question.
Yeah, how do we feel about the lever action that takes PMags? And then, addendum, would you slap a 60-round drum into it?
It's the dumbest thing ever created, and if you slap if you slap a 60-round drum into the lever gat that takes PMags, it becomes one of the coolest things ever. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry.
I actually like the idea of having a lever gun that takes box mags. Like I think that's why not make it easy to reload? That's honestly the biggest problem with lever guns. Is they're hard to reload.
Yes, exactly. That's why you buy a box-fed gun, a box-mag-fed gun that's not a lever gun. Like the thing that gets me on this one is outside of compliance issues, right? Outside of satisfying a compliance issue, what's the point? Because if you're that dead set on lever gats, you're not gonna like the idea of a mag-fed lever gun.
No, well, a lever action 300 blackout would be really fucking nice.
It would be. It would be to a certain audience, that's for sure.
So Tyler, think about it this way: you don't have to break cheek weld to cycle the action in a lever, but you do in a bolt.
That is very true, but at the same time, once again,
semi-auto.
I'm thinking of this from an industry perspective. The people that are gonna like this gun are so few and far between. I think that the market doesn't hardly exist.
I think you're mistaken.
All right,
this is every hick redneck boy's favorite truck gun to have.
I don't think so, because the people that love lever guns want that brass and wood. They want the tube fed gun.
No, they used to. It's 2024. The future is now, old man.
You're talking about FUDs, dude.
No,
they're not making them anymore. We're
sorry.
not. We're
By the
talking
way,
about
break. Sarge 930. Yes, I did, and yes, that's still a great joke, and it makes me laugh every time. I love you, bud. Thank you for the first time chat. Continue on, boys.
I think this is a Texas gun. I think
it's dumb. It's dumb and doesn't need to exist.
Gun. This is the new truck gun
No.
for the Southern boys. This is this is my dude's wet dream. Okay,
I don't think
anyone from his age or younger, this is what they want. They want to embrace that tradition of a lever gun that they grew up with, but they want to stick a 60-round drum of fucking 300 blackout or 5.56 or 8.6 with a suppressor on it. You know what I mean?
I bet you're gonna see TikTok gun tuber.
No, you won't. You won't see
shorts,
anything guys
about this doing gun. The lever action trick shot stuff, but with these stupid fucking new guns. I think you will.
I think Scott, I think before that happens, we have to see that it actually works because the few times that people have tried to put a box magazine in a lever gun before,
I have fired
had a lot of problems.
I have fired. Well, actually, Cushion, I think, has fired. No, did you get to shoot it at GunCon?
What?
The PA one, not the PA one. The lever gat that takes Scorpion Megs.
No.
So I got to shoot that
a few weeks ago.
I got to shoot that, and I don't know if it was just the fact that it was a demo gun. I'm fairly certain it was, so I'm not going to rag on it too hard. But the 9mm box fed lever gat that came out this year, I can't remember who did it. That thing was one of the worst cycling guns I have ever shot in my entire life. It was fucking awful. Yeah, the Tombstone, the POF Tombstone, called the POS Tombstone, dude. That was a horrible shooting experience. Now it could
GunCon, right?
It could, yeah, exactly. It could very well have been that it was an event gun and it was just beat to shit by the time that I got to it. But I literally, it physically hurt my hand. And I have delicate Air Force hands. I get that. But it physically hurt my hand to run the fucking lever on this thing. It was so difficult.
Honest Outlaw said the same thing. He said it was dog shit and he likes lever guns.
Yeah, it was awful.
There's an opportunity here in a certain aspect that I can see, but there's none of these guns do it. Is for some of the larger, long, like a 45-70 with a box mag instead of having 4 or 5 in the tube.
Robo Man so hard.
You can get 10 in a mag or whatever, maybe. But they're not doing that. They're doing, common cartridges. So I get it. I don't. They're making money. They're making money. I don't have a.
I'm gonna switch us over to a new question from Brizzy over on the YouTube side of things. Brizzy's asking, is there a gun-related movie that was so bad and unrealistic you had to stop watching it, or at least made fun of it? So I make it a point of pride to kind of separate my separate art from reality, right? So when I watch movies that have guns in it or military movies, I'm not one of those guys that say, oh, that's not how they do that. That's not how they do that. I can't watch this. It's not realistic. I genuinely...
I have a hot take on that.
I can't stand watching movies with people that are like that to a certain extent. Now, if it's egregious, some of the Reacher stuff that we've made fun of, which is
Reacher,
hilarious. The last 2 episodes
of Reacher were terrible.
But no, I'm talking about...
Extraction 2.
Yeah, Extraction 2, exactly. But at the same time, we never stopped watching it. It became a fun bit to comment with your buddies.
Yeah.
If you want to, I know I didn't stop watching this movie because it is funny. But Red 2.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, hold on. But there's one scene in particular where they truly fucked up, and that is when whatever the guy that plays the Korean dude has that the Dylan Arrow. The Dylan Arrow, no, it's not Jet Li. But the Dylan Arrow, the Dylan Arrow, the M134 in that van, and he runs it down the street when they're in France. It's kicking out blanks, and it shows it. That it's kicking out blanks. It's a big pile of blank cartridges.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I don't mind that. I get it.
I had to pause the movie. I was like, "Fucking really?"
I mean, but okay, at the same time, they're not going to Alec Baldwin it.
Yeah, but could you just like go to a range and shoot it against a blue screen?
I mean,
put that as the
maybe,
pile of
but
brass?
you never know. The budget might have run out. So
Yeah.
I'm sure
I've spotted a lot of
sure.
Heat there's a ton of
yeah.
blanks in. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's nobody's gonna talk shit about that.
There's been one or two things when I was younger that I think were like really bad. I can't think of them. That I was like, I can't watch this. This is
same thing happened in The Matrix.
Too ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it doesn't matter that much. I'm more interested in the entertainment value of the movie than the accuracy level of the firearms depiction in the movie.
Most of the time, yes. Most of the time, yes. I have one movie that throws me off because of the shooting in the movie. Has to do with the guns, and that's really the only reason. And it's a shit movie.
Glocks with hammers and Ant-Man.
And I'm excited to hear how many people are hating me for it. Equilibrium.
No,
Equilibrium.
I don't think anybody hates you for that. Yeah, I don't hate the movie. I love the movie.
Nah,
but I can see why. The gun foo, is that what you're talking about?
Gun foo is dumb as fuck.
It's dumb as fuck, but it's entertaining to watch on screen.
No, it was not interesting. I hate that movie.
Take your gun guy element out of it.
This
and
is
just
before
watch.
I was a gun guy. I hated this
Okay,
movie.
fair enough.
That came out in what, like 99? No, it was after Matrix. So it was,
it was after
before
the
I was in the
Matrix.
military. So before I was really into like gun stuff, and I was like, this is really stupid.
It's the Jim
This
Carrey
is
gun
so
foo.
fucking stupid. I hated that movie. Hated it. I tried rewatching it because everybody's like, it's a good movie, bro.
Yeah,
Go watch
I mean,
it.
okay, Megan's calling me out saying I've done it once, but I don't do it often. Like, if it's unbelievably egregious, like if there was no thought process in the handling of firearms in a movie, sure, that's gonna take me out of it. But for the most part, if it's even moderately factual, then I'm okay with it. I'm watching the movie for the sake of the movie and the plot, not necessarily to watch how people shoot guns.
Hammer fired Glock and Ant-Man.
Yeah, that's one of those, like, yeah, if it takes you out of the movie,
the
says,
safety
okay, really
decocks on a Glock and a lot of this stuff. It's like, yeah, I understand it because you want that noise. People are just putting in noise because it sounds good.
Because
once again, I can get over a lot of that.
The movie's going for the lowest common denominator. It's going for the the appeal to the largest group of audience. They're not taking into account the firearms industry when they're making these movies, or the fans of the firearms industry when they're making these movies. They never have. Or very rarely.
The thing that's always gotten me is like, Bad Boys is a good example of this. Every time the gun comes up, you hear it cock. Or like they put it down and it like uncocks. It's like they pick it back up again and it cocks. It's like, it's not. They don't work like that. Like you don't move a gun and it just makes.
But it's the same thing as like like holding a knife and waving it around in the air and it's making the shing 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 noise.
Yeah,
like
because it looks super stupid if there's no
exactly.
Unless you design the film around that realistic aspect.
Correct.
But if it's a hyper realism situation, you have to have those.
And
noises.
there are times when that works. I mean that's one of the things that the Bourne films were made around is they didn't have the big musical scores during fight scenes and but it was still sound effect based. Punches don't make that sound when you hit somebody. Same thing with guns. They don't make a sound every time you move. Obviously, most of us know that. But at the same time, like when you're watching the movie, you're watching it for the entertainment value, not necessarily the realism. If I'm watching a documentary, different story. If I'm watching a movie for sole purposes of entertainment, I guess I'm just not that concerned about it. I'm more concerned about the quality of the movie and the entertainment value that it provides, as opposed to the realism. Suspension of disbelief. Essentially, it's the same thing.
Really the only time that kind of thing gets to me is
that's funny done
historical depictions of
Correct.
World War II movies or a historical event. I want the realism to be there. And if they're doing really dumb gun stuff,
if it's like a biopic or a historical movie type of deal, I expect there to be some level of realism.
Tyler, you gotta hold to the true fact. It's biopic.
I'm trying to help you guys out, okay? I'm trying. I can't win. I can't fucking win. I'm like Rodney Dangerfield over here. I get no respect.
Tyler. You don't listen to him.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be. I could have been a dick. I could have said it.
No, you're right. You're right. No, but I just say it. I think in the Tundra Nation, we've agreed it's biopic now. So
it's what Kush has to get on Thursday.
So,
okay, you got to admit that was a good fucking joke. That was a good joke. I'm happy. I'm happy. I got one in there tonight. That
was good. Yeah.
So,
I love you, Kush.
Coots has one in the chat for us.
Okay, send it. What do we got?
It said, "Would you get a tattoo of a gun you hate in exchange for a real gun that you love?"
No.
Yes.
Okay, it would depend on the gun.
Let me put it this way: how many times can I do it?
No. Okay. So here's
right?
like okay. It would have to be a factor of at least 10 in terms of like cost, right? So like if I got like a high point, I would have to get like a $2,200 gun or a $1,200 gun in exchange.
Your least favorite gun for your favorite gun.
Yeah.
So give you a tattoo of a Sky pistol
That's what I was
for
going
an
for.
MP7.
Oh, easy. Yeah, this is the easiest decision I've ever made.
I can hide that on my butt cheek somewhere.
I'd put it right on my butt cheek.
I was gonna say right on my asshole, and then I could just.
I would not want to get a tattoo on my asshole. I don't. Scotty, have you ever gotten a tattoo?
Yes, I've got. Yeah, I've got a couple.
No, I'm aware, but you would genuinely say you'd get a tattoo on your asshole?
No, that's for the joke. I'm not. No, I would not.
Jesus Christ!
That's fucking ridiculous.
Tattoo my taint with a sky. Let's go.
Let's do it.
That's
if you buy me a full auto MP7, I will consider it.
What's the name of that?
I won't be happy about it.
What's
it's a dumbass decision.
Kush, I might be. Oh boy, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. What's the name of that? What's the name of that gun chick you like? That's
I like a lot less now, but I know
you know who I'm talking about. The big girl.
Yeah, Bryn, Valkyrie Bryn. Yeah.
Okay. If she got one of those, dude, she'd need to get like a fucking 408 Chaytek to cover the real estate. Man, okay. Well, the jokes that I didn't think were gonna hit tonight, and the jokes that I did think were gonna hit didn't hit. Wow.
Oh, Lord.
All right, fair enough. What else do we got, chat? Let's see. Richard Cranium. We got. What about Rust? What do you mean by that, Richard Cranium? I don't know what you mean.
No, hard pass. Not taking it.
What are we talking about, Rust?
I did have another one.
That's the Alec Baldwin movie.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, big pass.
Doom comes in with my buddy just bought the new Glock 19X to run an Omega 9. That's a suppressor.
Yeah.
He already has the Beretta M9A3. Do you think the Glock will shoot as good as the Beretta suppressed, or should I get a comp?
Yeah, it'll shoot just as fine suppressed. Like
I think the Beretta will shoot better.
Well, okay, yeah, the Beretta will definitely probably shoot. Yeah, exactly. But
it's a different functioning system.
Once again, will the average person be able to detect the difference? No, I don't think so. Or would they be able to appreciate the difference? No.
It just depends on how well
person is getting a can, though. That's the thing.
Say it again, Coach.
I don't think the average person's going to have a can.
That's true. That's a fair point. That's a fair point, actually.
When you're talking about cans, you can't be like, oh, the average person, because you're already not talking about the average person.
I agree, Don. Don says the problem with with Beretta is the people that own them.
Dude, I tell you what, that Beretta 92X is beyond our bestseller right now. Like people are buying the shit.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's a good gun.
Oh no, I've shot it a couple times. It's fucking phenomenal. It is.
Yeah, don't hate
we live in Florida.
It is so crisp and nice to shoot, well balanced.
So here's my bit. I'm always like,
it's good.
If you say compare this gun to this gun and one of those guns is a Glock, I'm just always gonna say go with the Glock, because in standard shooting formats, it's just the best gun out there. Period. Dot.
And most shooters out there are not going to know. Yeah,
absolutely. I'll tell you, the new new 92X series or the new M983 or M4, whatever the version is, the new
92X, yeah,
is so much better than the old ones.
It's okay, so that's my point though. Is all of these other companies have to improve to reach the standard that is the 19.
No, I disagree.
I don't know.
Is way older
you're right. It's older than, but it has to improve to reach the standard of the quality that it like the industry standard is the 19.
Hold on. If you're talking about the 19, are we talking about the 19 before you do all the work to it, straight out of the Glock?
No, you put a threaded barrel on it and call it good.
This is the brand new.
Yeah, but you're still not paying as much as a 92X or the.
No, you're right.
You guys are talking about these fucking boom upgraded versions of the 92.
No, 92X is $1,300.
Yeah, versus a $600 gun.
The 19X.
800.
Okay, still it's $200 less.
Yeah,
even if you substitute the standard barrel for a threaded barrel, you're still coming in less. My point is still the same. The companies that we're talking about are having to improve their guns to the standard that we're trying to compare them against, which is the 90 or the 19. Now, I'm not saying they're bad by any means. Will the 92 be a better suppressor host from a technical perspective? Probably.
No.
Probably because of the fixed barrel. Yeah. But
it's absolutely gonna shoot my
okay, so but at the same time I'm not a gunsmith though, so I don't know the intricacies involved in that. The great news is Tuberev, aka Don, probably does, so he can talk at a great length about this stuff. He says, Jesus Christ, $1,300 for a gun that's been made for like 50 years. I mean, people still pay for 1911s.
It's okay. Well, people think
it's not a fixed barrel.
A Shadow 2 is going to cost you $1,300.
It absolutely is. Wait, it's not. Wait, how is an M9 not a 92 not a fixed barrel?
It's not a tilting barrel.
Oh, it is though. Fuck, it is. Yeah, you're right.
It slides back and it's got a lock block.
Never mind.
It doesn't tilt.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It is. I apologize.
But you don't need the piston in it. You don't need
the speed booster.
The booster, yeah. You don't need that.
Device.
That's not a Pedersen device. It's a
Nielsen.
Nielsen.
Yeah, Nielsen. The Pedersen device is for the 1903s.
If it's a 9mm can,
it moves in a linear fashion. That's why the suppressor industry is made. Okay, gotcha, Don. Oh no, Don's saying, you do need a piston for it.
No, you don't.
I trust Don more than I trust you. I'm sorry, Twisted.
Okay, that's fine.
For 90.
He says he works for a can company too. So
okay.
All right. I'll take you. I'll
take
it.
I would because it is moving and the suppressor is going to be pulling it back away from that movement, so it's not going to cycle properly without it. I would feel like.
Yeah, if it comes to gun stuff, I trust Don more than I trust almost 99% of anyone out there. So if he says that's the way it is, that's the way it is. All right, let's see. Do we have more?
Shit, we did, and I have lost it.
Let's see.
Yeah, the PL came back with another one. Which PSA prototype are you voting for, and why is it the VUK? Or why are you wrong?
Which one's that?
The VUK. The PSA prototype, and it's the VUK.
I haven't. Has any of us heard of this?
I don't know which one he's talking about.
I have to look at it.
All of them,
Jackal, but chamber, but
okay, gotcha.
The Jackal that takes AK mag, so like 5.45 Jackal.
Gotcha.
Situation.
I have no hope for that. 5.45 is unobtainium at this point.
It is getting significantly harder to appropriate. Yeah. So the Russian cartridges.
They're all terrible.
Well, just know, the government hates Russia, so the government hates people who like Russian guns, and therefore you're not going to be able to get ammo for it.
You're not getting anything Tula, and there's no American manufacturers of 5.45.
Well, Traveler, if the VUK is like the Mark 47, then I have to hate the VUK on principle because I love the Mark 47.
Well, they're different principles.
They are, yeah.
They're different principles in the way they're designed.
Outside of the fact that CMMG is a sponsor of this channel, I am a massive fan of CMMG, have been for a long time, and our good buddy Mike Odell has given us many reasons to love CMMG. That's all I'll say.
Oh, the booth is in
556.
It's still
okay.
It's still taking AK mag, so if they went that route, they'd probably eventually go to the other ones
as well.
Okay,
Gotcha.
All right.
That would be my guess. I looked at it real quick, and it looked like the 545 mag, but the 556 AK mags are very similar looking.
Gotcha, Richard. Thank you for that, bud.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. After like the first, it was a long time ago. It's not the CMMG that it is today, but the first thing I did was have a CMMG 22 LR conversion. That first conversion was not good. They are great now. They're super nice now. But yeah, my first experience with CMMG was that, and it was not great. But
so
Christy really likes the 22 CMMG stuff. It worked well for him.
Yeah, it did.
They're great.
Yeah, that's
great
thank
now.
you for reminding me of that, Cushion.
They're
Thank you. I forgot all about that. That. Yeah. Wow.
I do
would you care to elaborate on the story, Twisted Geek?
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm leaving it to you. You did it.
Oh, you breaking stuff?
Oh yeah. Very expensive stuff. Very expensive stuff.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah. Don't bring Twisty to.
Yeah, I picked up the 22 bullet hose, racked it like everything else, squeezed the trigger in here, tank. And you're thinking, okay, it's rimfire, it's just a bad round. Rack it again, squeeze the trigger, bink. The fuck does nothing. Unloaded.
This is at the IV shoot, by the way.
Yeah.
People standing in line waiting for long time to shoot this gun.
And so the individual from CMG walks up and looks at it and goes, huh. Can't figure out what's wrong with it. Cracks it open. And as he cracks it open, parts just fall out of the upper.
Yeah. It was like confetti.
Yeah. There was like you need a metal detector to find it all.
Oh.
They're like oh shit.
Twisted killed the fucking CMMG 22 caliber machine gun.
Yep.
In fairness, it had been through a lot.
A bit of a ringer. A bit of a ringer.
Yeah.
The weekend before
guns.
at Gun Stop, and then the following weekend at IV. And this was towards the end of the second day that this happened.
Here's the real question: since Tyler shot it directly before me,
it was fine.
Was it my fault that it broke because I touched it, or was it his fault because he burned it up?
Absolutely not.
For me, when I handed it off to Tyler.
Yeah, and it worked for me just fine.
I was just filming what happened.
Yeah. Now, the person that held it when it broke is responsible for breaking it. Sorry, Twisty.
Yeah.
Well,
okay. Well, whatever.
I like our
next. Back up and run in 10 minutes. I mean, they just swapped
that they did. Yeah. Definitely Twisted's fault. Peel says.
Our next question, some secret squirrel shit.
Oh,
I think Twisty will have some interesting answers on this.
Twisty is pretty good at the secret squirrel shit.
Delete one forever. So this is nobody can have it.
Okay.
Suppressors, night vision, or thermal.
Thermal easily.
Wow.
That's the easiest decision I've ever made.
Absolutely.
Wow. Cushy, what you got?
I'm doing this under the premise that they've just deleted thermal from their life, but that excludes me because I can pick one. And I'm going to get rid of cans.
What? Okay.
I agree.
Here's why.
I agree.
Why?
Here's why. Because I'm going to be able to see you from fucking distance with my thermal, and I don't need to be quiet at that point.
Yeah, no, you won't.
Really. No, you won't.
What if I'm standing behind a glass window?
Doesn't even have to be glass.
Yeah.
It could be Mylar.
Yeah.
Could be anything.
Yeah, thermal is extremely limited in practical application when you really think about it versus the other two.
Shooting with night vision and thermal, and I'll get rid of suppressors. I haven't shot with them much. I got Electronic Ear Pro. It's fine.
No, suppressors.
No.
I'd rather have night vision and thermal.
Suppressors, in my opinion, are the future of the firearms industry. Night vision is one of the coolest things on the face of the planet because
I'm not getting rid of that. We all agree you're not getting rid of night.
No. Thermals, like Predator Vision thermals and even like white hot, black hot thermals, they're very cool if you have the dollars to spend on the top tier shit. Otherwise, they're extremely limited and usually digital. Like the usual digital, like low budget stuff that you get is trash.
Stuff is digital.
Yeah. So
although
hard pass. I'm going.
They're improving a lot, but I could live without a suppressor, and I don't want to get rid of night vision and thermal. I have no hard pass on, but
I can't believe you said that.
It's suppressors or thermal. I'll give you that.
Is the CMMG Descent 300 Black the best PDW, and why is it yes? I mean, hey, you know, I'm a fan.
Shot that yet.
I'm a fan.
Shot that yet.
I've shot almost I think every caliber Descent that they have, and I'll still say the Descent Mark 47 is still my favorite. It's still my favorite.
For a rifle caliber PDW that I've actually shot.
Oh, PDW. Okay, excuse me.
I'm gonna have to say the Maxim Defense.
That thing is really good. I know Mike hates it when we say that, but that thing is really good.
With the Huxworks can on it, that was a very soft shooting, very small 7.62 by 39.
Yeah, that's really good.
Wiley County.
Hold on, Scott. Twisty, go.
I was gonna say if because we had Mike on a couple months ago, and I specifically asked him if they were gonna put out a 1-stamp gun for the Descent line in 300 Blackout.
Mm-hmm.
If he does that with the Descent in 300 Blackout, then that will be the go-to PDW.
Sure.
For value.
McLeod wants to know what ear pro do we all wear when shooting long guns? He's always hitting his walkers. I'm assuming you're talking about the low profile walkers. I mean, that's just a thing with all ear pro. Like your
over ears are not going to be for long guns.
No, they absolutely are. I think that's an incorrect statement. But you're always going to have that. You're always going to have that problem.
Yeah, that's why you go with in-ear.
I struggle. I can't shoot in ear and I can't shoot rifle calibers. It's too concussive, and I feel it in my inner ear. I need that extra protection, the over the ear protection to shoot for me. So, like in terms of ear pro, what was the name of that brand that we were talking about a little while ago, Coach? The AK brand. Is that what it was called?
AK Axle.
No, it's.
No.
I don't know.
We were just talking about the AKT ones. So those are the best ear pro I think that I've used in probably the past 5 years. I really genuinely like them. I have a pair somewhere. Unfortunately, they're floating around somewhere in my house. I don't know exactly where they are. Outside of that, I run my standard walkers. If I'm shooting a video, I have the Earmores, the helmet mounted ones that I have a downlink for my radio. But yeah, if I'm not doing, like, those are the ultra low profile helmet mounted ones. If I don't have those on, though, chances are I'm shooting my walkers. So it's just something that comes with the territory, shooting over the ear with rifle.
Shooting competition long range, I just went in air, and
that's a different story. That's a different story. If I've got a good muzzle brake and I'm shooting like from a
My rifle's loud as fuck, but it's in ear, and I use the bigger earplugs on them.
Sure.
And I can really plug them in. You can turn the sound on them down, and that's what I use. There's no question they're better, because every time you go for that, it's immediate. Yeah, that's what's happening, and it's like forget it. Your over ear stuff is not working with the full length stock.
Yep.
Good cheek weld stuff.
I think we can all agree that shooting over the ear with a rifle, especially from a prone position, is going to be a bit of an issue. But it's not impossible. And if you're going to do if you're going to do it, the walkers work just fine. But yeah, it is an issue that you're going to run into over the ear most times.
Yeah, my in-ear electronics work fantastic. They're just walkers. I did not like my Axel. Well, they were some other company before, and I'm not going to remember the name. But Axel bought them out, and I had the previous company's stuff, and they used all the same technology, and I hated them because the wind noise was horrendous. Terrible in-ear protection. But then as soon as I went to the walkers, fantastic. I love them. They were cheap.
I've got both. I've got a set of axle in-ears, and the only thing I don't like about them is the nubs.
The nubs? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the rest of it's great.
You can get aftermarket nubs on those. So
yeah.
All right, here we go. Next question's coming in from Brizzy on the YouTube side of things. Brizzy wants to know, if you were stranded on an island with a celebrity, who would you choose? That's a good question.
Like creepy with the.
You can say whatever you want.
No, I don't think I can.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
That's a tough call.
I mean, how long are we on this island?
You're stranded. You don't know. You don't know. It's an indeterminate amount of time. So my thought process here
Bear
is
Grylls.
that's 100% exactly who I would pick too. Bear Grylls or Les Stroud. Les
he's
Stroud.
Thirsty. I just pissing.
No,
his
dude.
mouth.
I'd pick Les Stroud. I'd pick Les Stroud because I wouldn't get pissed on.
Oh, there you go. Les Stroud is the OG perfect survivor, man.
Yep.
He is my hero. I just would like to piss in Bear Grylls' mouth. So that's why.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's kind of a douchebag.
Can we clip that?
Yeah, there you go.
Scott would like to piss in Bear. Maybe we can get him on the show and simulate.
I'm gonna use that as a soundbite.
Les Stroud, OG is like I've been following Les Stroud since he was on like low channel PBS or whatever. I don't remember what. Les Stroud is. I think he's a vocal guy too.
100,000,000% Bear Grylls or Les Stroud would be my celebrity desert island survival pick. It would not be Richard Hammond. It would not be Tori Belleci. If you guys get that joke, you watch the show. No, did you guys not watch the show? The show where Tori Belleci and Hammond were stranded on an island?
It's so stupid.
It's fucking hilarious though.
It's good. It's fun to watch, but it is really dumb.
It's really dumb, yeah.
It's really dumb.
But it's absolutely entertaining to watch. I'd highly recommend it. If I wouldn't pick those, or if it was like a movie star or something like that, I guess you could consider a lot of those guys movie stars, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like a Keanu Reeves would also be like a good like survival buddy, right?
He would be generous. He wouldn't screw you over.
I feel like Keanu Reeves would work for his, like he wouldn't be a mooch.
If we're gonna get creepy with it, I'm gonna pick Heidi Klum.
Okay. Why would you pick Heidi Klum, Scott? Actually, you know what? Don't answer that.
Something pretty.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, you answered that in about as good of a way as we could cover.
That's as far as I'm going with it. I mean, at least I got something good to look at.
I'm picking Joe Rogan.
Okay, I'm sorry. Retouch. Have you ever? Never mind. I'm not going to say that. You're picking Joe Rogan. I think Joe Rogan would be a solid play. Joe Rogan is he's like, in terms of like the outdoors stuff.
Kush, did you ever think that we're not really trapped on an island right now? We're in the Matrix.
Yeah, right. Hey, he's gonna bring the
all
DMT.
we gotta do is signal to the aliens.
Yeah, Joe Rogan's bringing the DMT.
He's gonna come back with water and be like,
yeah.
Hey, have you ever tried DMT?
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna have his.
You're not gonna be on a desert island anymore. You're gonna be wherever the fuck you want to be.
Desert galaxy somewhere.
Instead of a raft, Joe Rogan is out there constructing an isolation tank with some salt water, and he's out there eating the mushrooms off your feet, hoping that he's gonna get some.
Joe Rogan by week 2, Joe Rogan is sucking toes. I'm telling you that right now. He is sucking toes. You're gonna wake up one morning and you're gonna be like, God damn, that feels kind of nice. Oh, what is that? Oh my God, Joe, what are you doing?
Joe Rogan's the pit bull of the.
By the way, Joe Rogan, if you're offended by that, no, I will not fight you because I'm terrified of you.
Joe Rogan is definitely not offended by that. He's like, yeah.
Joe Rogan, you know what? If I woke up tomorrow with Joe Rogan sucking my toes, I don't know. I don't know. That's all I'm saying.
Be on your podcast now. Like that's the only way.
I feel like I've got a bargaining chip there. Like, all right. Let's do 500,000 subscribers, Joe. Start promoting my show until 500,000 subscribers, and then we'll call it even.
Oh, good Lord.
All right. You okay? Richard Cranium says, I'm currently installing a 2-piece muzzle device with an external thread for back blast shield and direct thread cans. Should I use a crush washer or a jam nut? I generally speak crush washers. Crush washers seem to be the most flexible.
Neither.
Okay.
Rockset and shims.
Yeah.
I'm kind of.
This is kind of outside of my area of expertise.
Rockset and shims. Use Rockset to keep it on there, and use shims to time it correctly.
It depends on what gun you're working with. If you're might be changing this muzzle device out, then Rockset and shims is the bad way to go. But
okay.
I'm not big on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, jam nuts. Yeah, if you plan on switching this thing out a bit before you do anything, if you're switching between suppressors and different muzzle devices, then yeah, maybe a jam nut. But crush washer, if you might change in the near future, but probably won't. And then I think Twisty's got it with Rockset and shims if you don't plan on doing anything with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 33 minutes into the hour, that brings us up to the end of the show. There's no more questions to go through, so I'm going to call it here. Oh, there is one?
Yeah, McLeod, you missed. If you're running a gas mask, what weapon system you running and what aiming system?
Oh, night vision and a laser.
Well, it'd just be like a D-ball, like a visible laser is like the ideal situation, like a shoulder-fired visible laser on a rifle system.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'd probably put some sort of red dot or hollow on one of the what's the technical term for it these days? Something aiming, passive aiming.
Aiming.
Yeah, some type of passive aiming mount. I honestly is probably like if I was dealing in a relatively close quarter situation, I would just go with a visible laser on a rifle. If it was like I don't see myself ever engaging. Well, true, but
yeah, I get it. No, it makes sense though.
It's very difficult.
It is the bare bones. It's the bare bones way to go. Yeah,
but I think it's also very difficult to argue that there's a better aiming solution for a gas mask out there. For 99% of situations. Like for whatever reason, if you were engaging beyond 100 yards with the gas mask on,
good fucking luck. Yeah.
Then sure, I would go with like a passive aiming mount red dot. But still, even at that point, it's gonna be fucking silly. So
I know. Yeah, Twisty and I have both done gas mask, night vision, laser. You're lucky to hit past 100 yards.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
You're lucky to hit at 100 yards.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
It's more like you better don't shoot past 50.
For most people, yes. So yeah, it takes a lot of training to hit past 10 feet in front of your face with anything, any one of these. Doesn't matter what it is.
Okay.
Gas mask.
Retouch. We'll get to yours. McLeod wants to know handgun red dot. Mine is the buy once, cry once choice. Either go with the Delta Pro or an RMR. Now, there are good red dots out there for less money.
Wait, what were the options? I'm sorry.
No, it's no options. He's just wondering what you would pick for a handgun red dot. So for me, once again, I have two different types of guns. I have guns that I would trust my life to, and I have guns that I like to shoot, just for funsies.
Sure.
So if I'm shooting a gun just for funsies, sure, the Hollow Sun, red dots, the cheaper stuff out there, awesome, great, it works. But if I'm trusting my life to something, I'm going with a RMR, probably an RMR Mini, and a Delta Pro or a Delta Pro would be my choice.
And I have a Delta Pro. It's over on the rack over there. I'm not going to play with it, but the Delta Pro is the absolute worst optic to shoot with if you have astigmatism. I cannot.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah. I haven't shot it without my glasses. So.
I can shoot my cheap ass Vortex. I can shoot the Hollow Suns like a son of a bitch. They're
because
all
of
great.
the orientation or because of the shape
Whatever
of the
it
red
is,
dot.
The
Yeah.
triangle.
Yeah, the triangle. There's more surface area.
The Delta Pro is a smear of red to me.
Yep.
I cannot.
I hear you completely.
Cannot see it.
I don't like the reticle on the Delta Pro. So
I love the reticle on the Delta
It
Pro.
is. It is hardy though. That Delta Pro, you can beat the shit out of it.
It's the same thing,
and
yeah.
it will hold zero very, very well.
Yep.
And I do love it for that because we have it in the shop, and we have it on one of our dummy guns, and I have dropped it all over the shop and fucked it up. The battery lasts forever. It's a great optic, but I look through it and all I see is a smear of red, and I can't hit anything with it.
No problem, McLeod. You got it, bud.
I've tried, but with my Vortex, Vipers, cheap ass optic, and my Hollow Suns, I've almost put them through some of the same abuse, but I can hit stuff with them because it's not I can see it. I can see it. The astigmatism with the Delta Pros is
it's because of the surface area on the red dot. There's so much more surface area,
and it is pretty much that. And it's with the convex lens.
Yep.
And some of the other things with it. The RMRs, the only reason I break away from the RMRs is because there's the Hollow Suns and the Vipers both have better viewing areas, and I like the warranties better on them. They take the same abuse, and they seem to hold up just as well. The battery life is great. So
I think the days of $500 to $800 red dots being the premium besting on the market are coming to an end.
Swamp Fox, so, I want to test the Swamp Fox. A lot of people have tested to the Swamp Fox.
Yep.
So
the Gideon's been good too.
Well, and that's my main problem. That's my main problem is I don't like a lot of this is gonna sound like an elitist perspective, but a lot of the times when it comes to something that I'm going to trust my life with, I would so much rather just pay the money and be done with any speculation. So, like, for me, the Swamp Fox stuff, the Hollow Sun stuff, all of that other shit that's tier 2 or tier 3, kind of like 1 or 2 steps down from, like, the primo tier shit, I have trouble justifying for a gun that I'm going to carry because I know that it's not top of the line.
Hollow Sun's dropping a lot of people over in Ukraine right now.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
I'm going to disagree.
I'm sure it is.
Hollow Sun has matched the quality of almost everybody else.
I'm not debating that. I'm not debating that at all. What I'm debating is my perception of that.
I know. Oh, I'm right there with you. I had to be clawed tooth and nail into believing this.
It's very possible. It's very possible, regardless of what I say, that those handgun optics are, pardon the term, just as good as an RMR or as a Delta Point. It's just my perception of them and my ability to justify the purchase of a cheaper gun that I'm going to defend my life with. I would just so much like. I don't know what it is about me.
I would rather pay more and be certain.
Have the peace of mind that I just know that this is the one that is going to work forever.
That's just not the way the red dot market works.
Fair enough.
Now, though. Unfortunately.
I understand where you're coming from with that, like especially coming out of a military background. It was Trigicon and Aimpoint, and they got the government contracts for a reason at the time, and they went through the abuse. They survived.
Yes.
They performed well. And
the original RMR was the standard.
Was like, what the fuck did they do, and how do we do it cheaper? Okay, we've done the same thing, and we're doing it cheaper.
Yeah, and that's why I say Big Fun
coming out soon.
Big Fun. I'm not saying that Hollow Sun is just as good. I'm saying in many cases they're better. They are better.
Interesting.
And especially if you include the price into it. I'm throwing the price out of the range. I'm literally like, depending on use, what you want it for, this or that. Hollow Sun beats almost everybody out there, and I hate them for it. I hate them, but and if you have a problem with yours, which because they sell so many more because they're cheaper, is like the percentages of what their bad optics are is so small. and they're warned, and you send them, you say it's bad. It's like Vortex. It's like, hey, I got a bad optic.
Sure.
You send it, they got a new one headed your way.
Nice.
And Vortex is great too, but I would Hollow Sun, every single step of every experience I've had with them, playing with the stuff we have in the shop, buddies having them, shooting them myself, have impressed me every single step of the way, and I hate them for it. I hate them for it because they're not American.
Botek in the YouTube chat would like to know what our favorite slings for an AR would be. Mine is hands down the Haley Strategic D3. I love Haley Strategic gear in particular. But the D3 sling is one of my favorite 2 points, or 2 point slings. Outside of that, Blue Force gear makes good stuff. That's actually that's a good point.
Yeah.
And then just like the standard M4 from Magpul is like, honestly, it's not the best choice out there, but it's what most people are gonna pick, and they're good. They're decent. They're not the
I'm
best.
Curious what Twisty thinks. I have an opinion on this, but it's not typical.
The best one I had, it was, I mean, for what you're getting today, it kind of matters, but it doesn't. But the best one I had, it was like a hybrid 2 point that I think Blackhawk used to make them. Like,
I think I might actually know exactly what you're talking about.
I think this is a sling that I had.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
The ones for the you could get it for the old M16.
They were the old 2 point or 3 point slings. Is that what you're talking about?
No, it was like a 2 point, but it was weird because you had a loop that went over you and had two sliders that you put on.
That's 100%. That's 100% the 2 and 3 point. Yeah.
And you could.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It up and you could just drop the rifle. It would just slide on you. Or you could throw it. You could literally just throw it over your back.
That's the one I had.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And that is also one of my favorites. Yeah.
And on 99% of everything I've got, unless I'm going on patrol, I don't put a sling on my guns.
Yeah.
They're more of a hindrance these days with modern aiming techniques and positioning and whatnot. Most of the time, a sling is just going to get in your way. Unless you're going on patrol and you need to be able to sling that sucker to go to a secondary weapon or whatever.
Or help somebody. Do other things. Yeah.
Unless it's a duty rifle.
Yep, exactly.
I don't put a sling on it.
Unless you're gonna be backpacking around with the thing.
Yeah,
if you're
exactly.
gonna be out in the woods, walking around for a while.
That's the whole point. Like, why get a sling if you're not already doing that, though? So, for the purposes that we're talking about, I for me, once again, the Haley Strategic D3 is going to be my go-to, and then as a distant second to that would be just like a general recommendation would be the Magpul version 4 or the M4 sling that they have. That's a 2 point or a single point conversion. I think right now what I have in my gun is the old M3 sling, and believe it or not, I think I have it set up in a single point conversion, so I like the nut smacker, and checking myself in the meat and 2 veg every time I drop my gun. But hey, you know what? That's the way it goes. Sometimes you like that.
Yeah. If we're talking about like, so if we're talking like CQB in the home, why do I want to sling? It's basically so if I drop it, I don't lose it. That's the only reason. A 1 point's fine.
Yeah.
Just 1 point clip, 1 point hook, whatever it is. Put it on the castle nut or the little tab.
Yep.
And then if you drop it, you don't lose it. That's the only reason you have a
just make sure you're wearing a cup.
Yeah.
So just make sure you're wearing a cup, because you'll take
tap is real.
You'll take it right in the testicles. You will.
And that's what I learned. Yeah. I going through the military stuff, you try a bunch of different slings. You've got the standard end of the barrel to the back of the stock sling, and you wrap your hand through it and all this.
Can we just all acknowledge the stupidity that was the 3 point sling, like way back in like GWAT, like early GWAT and everything? Like the M16A2 with the 3 point slings that they were issuing way back in the day. Oh, come on.
I had that in basic, and
you had to take a fucking class on how to make those things work.
Yeah. But in Iraq, It was a 1 point. It was a 1 point literally because I had a shotgun for breaching on my back.
I'm sorry. I gotta reference Big Fun here in the Twitch chat. He says you got to be careful, extra careful if you're running an SBR with a can and running a single point. Might burn something important.
Yeah.
Or you just might warm it up.
But yeah, outside of like, I almost never slung my rifle anytime I was on tour on any kind of patrol or whatever.
Shut up. I know.
Actually,
I know.
Here's a fun one. The old M4s, they actually had
Love you, Darth.
Yeah.
Two like eyelets you could thread the sling around the buffer tube through.
Yeah.
And you used to be able to wear them like a backpack.
Yeah.
You just had to run the sling the right way. You could split it. You'd wear it like a backpack.
Yep. There was a lot of ways to do it.
I think that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. We're 15 minutes to the hour here.
Had fun.
We had a good time. It was a good show tonight. You know, we might have been spitting bullshit for the last hour and a half, or we might have been spitting the truth. You never know. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, really quickly, before we end the show tonight, couple of bits of housekeeping to end the show. First of all, you guys might see this shirt that I'm wearing. I'm gonna switch it over to the big view. You guys might see the shirt that I'm wearing. It says Paul Harrell Legends shirt. Guys, this is a shirt.
Live forever.
Exactly. The legends live forever, and Paul Harrell will in our hearts for a long, long time to come, if not forever. This is a shirt that is being set up as a fundraiser drive for our good friend Paul Harrell, the YouTuber that has garnered more love in the industry, I think, than any other gun tuber out there. Period. I would highly recommend.
He's the Mr. Rogers of the gun tuber.
He's a very fucking crazy and wild version of Mr. Rogers, I would say. But he's our version of Mr. Rogers. That's a good way of putting it. He's our version of Mr. Rogers. Guys, this is what I was saying in the break earlier. When it comes to content creators and what I don't want to make it sound like, you know, we're doing you a favor or anything, but what we do, we provide content inherently for free for you guys. Sorry, I just hit the wrong button. We provide content inherently for free for you guys. And the reason I'm saying this is you guys have sat down and consumed Paul's content. I almost guarantee every single person here watching has sat down and consumed Paul's content at one point or another. And right now, him and his family need your help. This shirt is a fundraising drive, if you guys don't know, for Paul, who's going through a bout with pancreatic cancer right now. He just had to give up his YouTube channel. Not just had to give up his YouTube channel, but he just did give up his YouTube channel to
gracefully bowing out.
Correct. So this is a way to give back in sense and term to everything that he's given us over the course of the years. 100% of the profits go directly to himself and his family while they're going through probably the most difficult time of their lives. And all I'm asking that you guys do is check out the link that we're putting in the description. If you like the shirt, pick it up. If you've ever watched a Paul video and you think it's worth the money, guys, make the donation, buy the shirt. Yeah, at least it's better than a PayPal donation where you just toss up some money and you get nothing out of it. This you get a fucking dope ass shirt out of, and it's going to a cause to help a guy that has provided hundreds, if not thousands of hours of entertainment for us as consumers of GunTube content
and good information, not just education. You know, the guy.
He's unequivocally regarded as one of the best gun tubers out there. All I'm asking is that you guys support that. If you've ever watched a Paul Harrell video, I'm going to ask that you guys click on that link and at least consider buying a t-shirt to help out our friend Paul Harrell.
If you can't buy it yourself, just share it.
Yeah, exactly. Share it around with your friends. If you can't buy it yourself, if you're not financially set up to buy it yourself, click the link, copy it, post it on your Facebook, post it on your Instagram, post it on the TikTokies. Do whatever you got to do to spread the word around. Do your part in helping the Paul Harrell family out, because he's done his part in helping us as gun tuber fans and gun fans out. pay back what he has given to you guys in terms of the entertainment value and the educational value that he's given you over the years. That's all I have to say, guys. Support Paul Harrell.
Absolutely.
And love him forever. I'm sure that's the easiest decision you've ever made in your entire life. In the meantime, folks, I want to say thank you for watching. We've got a lot of stuff to cover next week in terms of fundraising and stuff like that, but I don't want to step on Paul's toes here because he takes primary center stage tonight.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Paul, for everything that you've done. Thank you for the Tundra Nation for watching the show, and we'll see you next time when.
We don't know.
Still don't know what the
fuck we're doing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next time when we still don't know what the fuck we're doing. We love you, we miss you, and good night. Bye-bye.
Yeah.